What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is your host once again with the Cup and Reason Show, JR. And guys, we have an awesome show tonight. We have some incredible guests, and you just might be a guest as well. So feel free, just a few housekeeping rules before we get right into it, because I don't want to hold you guys. Listen, if you want to call in, shoot your shot, or if you just want to call in and be a guest, the link is pinned in the chat. So don't hesitate. If you're scared, you're scared. I understand. It is what it is. So as you come in, I also ask you guys to hit to hit the like button. It helps to promote this video one time for the algorithm. Go ahead and hit that like button, share it as well. And with that being said, man, we just gonna jump right into it. I don't want to hold you guys to do all that talking, so we're gonna go ahead and bring my first guest on here. This is a lovely lady, so let's just go ahead and get to it.
Hello, how are
Miss Victoria, how are you this evening? What is happening? What is going on? Talk
I'm
to me.
wonderful. Thank you, JR. Thank you for having me. Having a really good day. How's your day going?
Oh, it's always, if you haven't been watching my show, it's always the greatest day of my life.
Oh, that's good. I
Always.
like that you look at it. It's very optimistic.
Yeah, it never fails. How is everything? I mean, I know you said it's great. So you are calling on from what side of the world?
I am actually in LA.
In LA.
hmm
Awesome, awesome. I spent some time in LA. I used to live in LA actually. I don't
Oh,
know
that's
what parts.
so I'm in the Valley,
What valley?
so San Fernando.
Okay, I used to live in San Gabriel Valley, East
Okay.
LA. Yeah,
Yeah,
East
yeah.
LA part. So yeah, San Fernando. Okay, that's what's up. So I'm glad that you came on. Obviously I see you have a nice setup, nice little chic. Is that a dog there you got?
Yes, so my son, and whenever I jump on a call,
Okay.
he's
Is
like
it
me too.
security?
No, it's more like he likes taking pictures. I honestly don't know how my puppy got into this because the first photo shoot I ever did when I had him, it was at the beach and I like had my friend holding him and he just like ran up and was like, so we did a shoot together basically. So
Nice.
he's camera whore.
He's you said a camera whore?
Yeah.
Oh man, sheesh. Nice, nice. So she's a dog lover, guys. You already know that off top. So you're in LA now. So let's start at the beginning. Where are you originally from, Victoria?
So you corrected me on this, but my parents are from Dominican Republic. So I always
Nice,
say I was raised to say we are originally from that country.
nice,
And Dominican
nice.
people are like super proud. They like to say, no, we're not Puerto Rican. We're not that. We're not this.
Yeah, yeah,
We're Dominicanos. And so it's
yes,
just kind
yes.
of like rooted in us to say we are originally from our motherland. Like that is our land.
I got
Um,
you.
Originally, we could all say we're from Africa, though. So
That's right.
there's
That's right. Que lo que? Que lo que? En que tú estás?
okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I am born and raised in Washington, D.C., and
nice.
I came from the East Coast to the West Coast. I don't like the cold weather. It's not my
Okay, I can dig it.
thing.
So you from the district, basically, and you just how long you been living in LA? I know I'm saying
Uh,
you're from the district originally, but how long you been living in LA?
it'll be going on 10 years in a little while.
Okay. So you
Mhm.
just you just wanted to go out there because of the weather, or you were just chasing something in particular, like that?
All things. My health, as far as everything is concerned, I am not uh, any way, shape, or form built for any kind of cold weather. So since
Mm,
I was like 10, I made sure that I set my sights on going somewhere warmer. And I had family in Miami, but my family is not like the most positive and the most optimistic group of people. So it just didn't seem like my cup of tea to go there. And also, I
gotcha.
don't like humidity. It causes my skin to get oily. So then, like, I think since the age of like 7, I've been hearing people say things like, oh, you sound like you're from California because of the fact that I sound like how I sound.
Right.
And I I used to let it bother me, but then as I got older and like growing up kind of like in the hood, but not so much the hood, like I guess you'd say I was proximal to the hood. Like if you were to say like a mile walking distance, you're in what's called Southeast.
Okay.
And so we kind of like were just on the other side of the tracks.
Gotcha.
So you get to witness the hard life and it kind of creeps into your world, but it's not my world per se. And then not just that, but my parents did avidly make sure that I want to say they borderline sheltered us a little bit, because I didn't really get like the crux of my adulthood until I moved completely away from everything that I know. And
I
like
haven't
just
heard that. I haven't heard that word crux in like a while, but yeah, I'm glad you used that one. Go ahead though.
I always
I'm sorry.
pull things out of my little tool belt every now and then. But yeah,
Yeah.
I came out here to pursue eye candy modeling and musicianship as a ghostwriter.
Okay. Okay.
And I'm kind of dabbling in those things that I am passionate about. But I'm still working on getting my black and white credit. And so
What
because
is
of
that?
that, like rolling credits, anything on
Oh, got you.
album cover or whatever I can get into. And
Got
so it's like I'm just really just digging into that as much as I can. And that kind of was like, that's my sole purpose. But what I do as far as like to monetize that passion of mine, I have to actually work. And so my work is in the field of wellness. And I'm a certified massage therapist and health educator.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of working to get everything to streamline. And I'm also a content creator.
A content creator, you said? Okay. We'll plug all that later, as far as all your things or whatever. So so you moved out there, you've been out there 10 years. You obviously pursuing that, like you said, the black and white thing in terms of that.
The credit.
So the credit, yeah, SAG card and all that good stuff. Yeah, I feel you on that. So how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it's kind of out there
Because
already.
you look rather young, but go ahead.
I get that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
pursued a lot, and I have to navigate that
Hmm.
really carefully because I'm pursued by a huge range of guys.
Oh man.
And if I'm not careful to screen them as far as like getting their ages and stuff, I could what? So I am in my early 30s.
She's in her early 30s, fellas. She's in her early 30s. Okay, say less. Say
Mhm.
less. So they were asking in the chat. I know we talked about this prior to you coming on. They want to know why you have the mask on, and I think if you want to expound on that, since because they keep asking, why does she have on her mask? Go ahead.
At
If you
least for some sort of boundaries with you guys. Y'all be getting too crazy in the comments, and I saw how they did the last video, and I
right.
was
So for anonymity's sake, you know what I'm saying? Even though if y'all want to check her out, y'all can check her out when she plugs her information here later. You know what I'm saying? So I got it. That's why she has on her mask. You know what I mean? So the fellas want to know. So as far as dating goes, and I don't know if you obviously you said you have a lot of gentlemen pursuing you. You're an attractive woman, obviously. What are you looking for? What would be your ideal man or characteristics in a man that you're looking for ideally
Okay,
as far as
well,
dating?
first, before I go into that, like right away, I do want to clarify it's not a lot of men pursuing me. I think just like any woman gets
Yeah,
pursued, I'm probably just as pursued. So that's it.
I can dig it.
Ideally, I want someone stable, mentally grounded, financially grounded, like everything stable. And um, I don't know how else to compare this except for my father was a great provider. He
Okay.
raised us with a six-figure income, but when I tell you he made us think we were poor. Like my dad is so frugal. So that's one
Mhm.
thing that's hard to uh like, I guess you could say, when I was asked that question by Mr. Samuels, like, were you raised this way? That is a technical lifestyle thing because my parents' money is not my money.
Right.
So, I could get as many straight A report cards through however many like spans of years, however, but that will never come to me.
Mhm.
Ideally, I just want, um, I guess this is everyone's ideal. They want the package, and for me, what would be the package is probably a little different from what a lot of women would consider. I was pursuing high value men for a while,
Okay.
um, but I learned that they're better as my client so far. And I was
Why is that?
considering that the high value man might be better as my client
Why are they better as clients than
so far. Well,
actually?
they have the world is like their oyster shell. They can be here or in Greece or, and then there's so many women in between that span of mileage from here to there.
Mhm.
And I have to be realistic,
Got
like,
you.
so
So are you saying that in terms of being monogam? It's an issue with monogamy. Is that what you mean by saying that? Is that what
well,
you're inferring?
to be completely honest, monogamy is not a priority to me, if that makes sense.
Say
And
less.
so
Say less. But
I have,
I'm asking that in terms of these men, though. So you're
yeah,
saying they could be all over the place,
yeah.
so you can't take them seriously? Is that what you mean by
Yes,
that? Okay.
exactly. And it's like they wanna feel, they want something,
Yeah.
They miss the mom's touch, they miss a feminine
Got you.
presence. And I can totally get that, but it's like when you have so much, what is the word I'm trying to find? Variety. And
Hmm.
it's kind of like your resources are allowing you to have this access. Who wants to say, I just want to get one lollipop in the candy store?
Facts. Facts.
So I noticed in your like reaction video to me or whatever, a lot of people were just like commenting like, she's a sugar baby, she's a bona fide this and that. I will never forget Bernadine, whatever her name is. Like, first of all, that name was crazy. But as far as like the type of dating training that
Mhm.
sugar arrangements allow you, to me, it's a lot more of a respectful thing than what I've
So
experienced
just to
there.
clarify for the people that don't know you, because you kind of segued into that. You
Oh,
were a sugar baby. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
Okay, continue. Yeah. So she was a sugar baby. Go ahead.
And
Yeah.
essentially, like a lot of people seem very disgusted by that. And it's not really,
Because they
to
broke.
me,
Go ahead.
it's not like, no judgment, no
Yeah.
judgment. It could
Say
be
less.
moral, but
Say less.
for me, the men in the dating world, it's like, okay, so I learned through the way I was raised, like my dad loved buffets. He
Hmm.
loved to get like a lot of food for a little bit of money. And for me, that used to get under my skin. So I would like constantly, me and my dad have a great relationship. I would stay on him. I'm like, Dad, like, why do you do this? Because look, you're actually overweight because of this.
Right.
So for me, there's like little bufferings that have to happen. And you get what you pay for.
Right.
So in the dating world, a lot of men uh, are cutting corners. And I can't say what percentage that is, but a lot of men are cutting corners. And for a woman like me, like myself, the ideal man would not cut corners. I don't care if he's 6'1" or 5'9". I don't care if he's like 68 or 25. Like, the age doesn't matter to me. It's about like, are you consistent? Do you do the things that you say you're going to do?
Okay.
And are you just saying things? Like, a lot of people are like, oh, well, my love language is words. And so therefore I can gas you up basically. And that should be good enough because that's my love language. No,
Hmm.
I don't care. Like, that's not enough. And that's like, there's this whole like weird red pillish thing that's happening. And like certain people's audiences are just kind of like just creating more ammo for this
Right.
vibe. And it's going to push women like me away.
So
We don't want
let me
anybody
ask
like
you this though. Let me ask you this though, Victoria. After that lifestyle you just named, do you think that you could ever take a man seriously? At this,
yeah, I do. I'm actually seeing someone who's normal. Um,
okay.
and when I say normal, meaning like we're not in any sort of arrangement.
But
Um,
you're still open. You're still dating though.
yes, I
Okay,
am
got
currently dating. Currently
got
dating. There have been times in my professional life where I felt like it was just better for me to just shut it down.
you. Right. Okay.
And so I tend to go spans where it'll be like I'm single for like 4 years and then I'll be dating someone for 4 years.
So
So,
when was your last serious relationship?
well, I would consider my last sugar arrangement serious because I was in love with him. And I did notice that there was a comment
Oh,
about a guy.
Victoria, don't be worried about them comments.
No,
I
no,
keep
no.
telling you.
It was actually a decent one.
Okay, go
And
ahead.
he said, she seems like a good person, but the problem is with women like her, you'll never know if they truly love you. And I really think that's about your energy, the person who's picking. I think it's about their energy because I'm the type of person that I'm sincere. If I really like you, it doesn't matter if you're a millionaire. It doesn't matter if you make this or that, you know?
Are you
Um,
serious?
I'm serious. What do you mean?
Because you like, I'm just asking. I'm not trying to get you caught up in anything. I'm just because
Yeah.
earlier you said you want a guy. When I was asking you, what are you looking? What's your ideal man? You said he needs to be, you know, be able financially able to provide for you and the family. I'm assuming. I know I'm paraphrasing what you're saying.
Hmm.
You would date a guy, a regular 9 to 5 guy, at this point.
I have dated a 9 to 5 guy. I am dating a 9 to 5 guy. And
Oh, there you go,
uh
fellas. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead,
and
Victoria.
I'm only like, when I say providership, can you pay your bills on time? Because
Okay.
we're not in a situation yet.
That's adulting. But if me and you are in a relationship, me and Victoria, and
If
I
we're
want,
together, I
we're
would want you
together.
to pay the rent, and then I could like pick up little things like,
Okay.
"Hey, babe, I bought you a new pair of pants today." Like,
How
I
about them
am
utilities though?
about what?
How about them utilities though?
If he says, "Hey, babe, I need help with you picking up the electricity or whatever,"
Okay. Okay.
to me, those are not like, these are things that when you get down to like consolidating the households, you guys kind of like need to talk about what is necessary between the
Right.
both of you. Like, do we need cable?
Right.
Do you need to go buy those shoes? Like, those are the things that I think would come up naturally in a conversation in a relationship. And if you really F with that person, like, you're going to give them like, hey, I'm expensive or I'm a cheap date, and then you guys will recognize where each other is at. And at the beginning, you agree. Like, you say, I'm willing to take this project on or not. So
Got you.
honestly, honesty, consistency, groundedness, and the effort for like to even want to provide. Like, I do not want to put my income or like what my expenses are like. Let's just say I'm a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
I can take care of myself.
Right.
And uh, I would like someone who could take all of the things off my back. But at the same time, like, you have to think about it. We just went through a pandemic. We're going through this like crazy, like, wartime. All of our like basic essentials are going to go crazy, like batteries, metals, everything is getting like extremely expensive. And for me personally, if I can say this, the kind of man that I don't want to be with, I don't want to be with that man who's like, gas prices. I'm good.
But as long as a regular 9 to 5 isn't on that kind of a regular 9 to 5 guy isn't on that kind of time, you're good. Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, aesthetic wise, as far as how he what's your preference in terms of his looks, height, weight, things like that?
Okay, so my first couple of relationships were really fit people.
Okay.
I'm a really fit person.
Okay.
Fitness is important to me.
She's fit. She is fit too, guys. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
And when it comes to you taking care of your body, I care. So
No.
if you have a sedentary life, I
Mm,
will take care of you. But we need to make sure that you have the desire to be healthy.
mm,
And that's a big thing to me because my dad is overweight. He is a 350-pound man at 5'6", hardly
mm,
5'6". So seeing him, and I told you, like, this man is important to me. Like, we have a great relationship. And I always would pick his brain about his relationship with my mom. And to be completely honest, I have a better relationship with my dad than I do with my mom.
mm.
I felt like my dad was very vulnerable. He's a sensitive man. And he always just wanted to, like, show that he could do for us. And
Gotcha.
I really would want someone who prides themselves on their ethic and like their ability to be a stand-up person.
Yeah. So that's
Just
more important. That's more important than the looks. You just want
character,
him. You just want him
character,
to be, fit.
a
You
good
don't want him to be, morbidly obese, sedentary, or out of shape, or anything like that. So
exactly. If he
what are
is that, I can take him in if he wants. If he wants to change, I'm not trying to change nobody.
Mhm.
That's not my life. I'm here as the helpmate. That's what God made me as.
Go ahead, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, go ahead.
So
Yeah,
the guy
that's a
for me,
Dominican woman right there. Go ahead. Yeah.
so that's what I'm going off of. I don't need steam. I don't need you to be 6'6". I've dated 6'7" before, but I'm gonna say this on that. He couldn't actually use his equipment. So
I'm
what
gonna
good?
get, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Relax. But real
I
quick
didn't mean
though,
to jump ahead.
you didn't need him to use it. You was good.
I'm sorry.
You said you didn't need him to use it.
No, he wasn't using he didn't know how to use his equipment.
Yeah.
Um, and
Okay.
so we just stayed friends, like really good friends.
Yeah.
Um,
Just because you tall and just because you made, you made the little man ain't a little man don't mean you know how to use it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. And I'm a little girl, so I don't really
yeah.
need
So
that
what?
much.
So how tall are you? I know the fella's probably wondering how tall are you, your measurements and
I'm
things like that.
5'3".
You're 5'3"?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a shorty. But yeah, go ahead. I'm just joking.
I'm
You're 5'3". Go ahead.
5'3". I'm a size 4 to my belief. I think I may have shrunk a little bit, but my most recent weigh-in was 130.
Say
Um,
less.
yeah.
There you go. Well, that was straight to the point. So what are some deal breakers for you? Now that we cover what you're looking for, what are some deal breakers for you?
Lazy. Lazy. Okay. So I dated this guy in 2020, and I am kind of picky. When I first started dating, or just as a little kid, I gravitated towards light-skinned Black men as my thing. Like, that was me. But I think that because of my heritage,
Dominican women like light skinned dudes. I was just gonna say,
yeah,
and
and
y'all guys like, why you keep talking about Dominican stuff, Gr? I'm a I got property in DR. Say again.
oh, okay.
No, no, no. I don't know what part of you. What part? Where's your family from in
They're
DR?
from Samaná, but my grandmom has property in Punta Cana
Okay.
now.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm in Puerto Plata area, North Coast.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice,
so,
nice.
yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
I noticed that, and I've dated Dominican women, and I've noticed that they prefer light skinned guys, or lighter skin, or mixed guys, so to speak. Go
yeah,
ahead. Yeah.
yeah. And because of that, like, my dad is actually really dark.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because of that, like, I used to battle with myself a lot. And I was like, but here's the thing though. I didn't see the healthiest expression of love between him and my mom.
Hmm.
So I used to think if I dated differently from what my dad was, I could get different results.
Hmm.
And so I kind of used to use my dad as like a rubric of what not to date in a way.
Okay.
Like I would take his ethic and his providership and okay, we got that. We need that. But everything else, like he's always late. I don't like late guys.
So you
Like
don't like late guys.
I don't
Okay.
like late. I don't. So like I used my dad in every other way as like what to look out for.
Okay.
So I'm sorry. Can you repeat your question one more time to me?
So deal breakers. You said
Oh
lazy,
yeah. So
late.
lazy, late, and just like low ambition, if none at all or some at all. Like it's just like the guy that I dated in 2020, he was slim. He did like a job where at the ports where they move those containers or
Yeah.
whatever. And I respect that. We need him. We need people like that. And he was essential during that time. And I had a lot of respect for him, which is why I dated him. And I wanted to try dating out of my usual type. And he didn't know that. He just knew that I was seeing him. And I would smile when he was around. But I was trying not to nag. I made sure that if I wanted to like suggest like, hey, can we go hiking this weekend? Can you bring like some shoes that you'd like to that you won't mind if they get messed up while we're hiking? And he's like, yeah, anything to quell it, right? And then would show up with his overnight bag to my place and then like have slides on and then be like, oh, I forgot. You forgot last weekend, this weekend, next weekend, all the weekends. So it became a countdown. I literally, JR, I dated him for like 72 days and I couldn't take it anymore. I said, this is not going to go to 90. This is not going to 90 days. And I just cut it off. So if you have no desire for more, I cannot be with you because I'm going to want to change you all the time. I'm going to be like, come on, we got to level up. We got to do this.
You're pro. You want to if I'm with you, we're gonna have to level up. You're gonna try to get me to maximize my potential, basically,
Well,
instead
I
of
want to
being
say
steady.
we got to level up, but I want to see the best of you because I feel like I am still pursuing the best of me. I'm not there
Right.
yet.
Okay. Okay. So what, other than what you just said, so you just said that just now, and I know you covered a few things, but what else can a guy that's in a relationship or that's shooting his shot or wants to date you, what can he expect from you once you guys are in a relationship?
Um, I'm very kind
Mhm.
and I am extremely submissive. I
That was
want
gonna be my next question, but go ahead. Continue.
I just want your input on everything. I want your input on the things that I'm providing for my clients. I want your input on how does my body look? I want your input on just everything. Like, do you like this outfit that I'm wearing? We're together today.
Mhm.
I want your input for everything. And I would want him to want to be involved that way. Uh, because there are a lot of people who are very like their scope is inward, so they can't even see you. They're so worried about the things that they're going to make mistakes on, and they can't see outside themselves. So I want someone with a big enough perspective and knows a good amount of their self where they can kind of help me shine. Like I'm not there to push you as far as like change you, but if you wanted that from me, I'm like ready.
Got you. So I'm gonna take real quick V before I ask you this next question. Guys, once again, you're tuned in to the Cuff and Reason show. We're here live with the beautiful Victoria here. I see right now, guys, we have 70 in the chat watching. There's only 42 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button. It's free. It does not cost you a dime, and you'll be blessed at the end of the day if you do it. So just go ahead and do it. Let's run this up. It should be 70 likes as well right now. So go ahead and hit that like button, guys. It's free. So, Victoria, next question. So, do you currently have any kids?
No, I have no kids. Thank you, Jesus.
Would you? Oh my goodness. So would you be open for the right guy? Would you be open to having kids?
I would, but the only drawback is because of my age, I have this much time to find him.
Oh, stop it. You're in your early 30s. Stop it.
Yeah, but I just don't want those pelvic imbalance issues. That's not my life.
I got it.
I will
Well,
hire a surrogate if it's like extremely necessary.
fellas, y'all need to go ahead and swoop in then, because she said, she's that timeline is there. Somebody said she reminds me of Katana from Mortal Kombat or whatever. Yeah,
I'll take it.
yeah,
Thank you.
that's the only reason why I said that, because that seemed pretty cool. You know what I mean?
I actually have a cosplay Mortal Kombat posting on one of my links, but I can plug off.
As Katana, you're as Katana.
Yeah, in Mortal Kombat.
Damn, y'all called it right there. So, you already covered submission, guys. She said that's one of her watchwords is submission. So y'all already heard that she's a submissive woman in terms of that. What are your thoughts on intimacy in a relationship, Victoria?
I am extremely withdrawn before I get into a relationship, but once that person has me and I'm agreed upon to be in this relationship, like I said, yes, I want to be with you. I'm gonna be all over you just because, like, so I deal with my hands and
Right.
I'm not naturally a touchy-feely person, but when it comes,
that's kind of weird, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm with you.
but when it comes to my mate, it's because it's very transactional. Like in my line of work, you give me the money, I place my hand on you. So, like, there have been times when I've gone to go hang out with friends and they're like, oh, my neck hurts. Can you just rub it? I'm like, book a session. So,
You would tell your man that?
no, this is for like my friends when I've gone to
Yeah.
sessions.
But
to hang out
if a guy you're dating though was to say something
yeah,
like that.
if so, as far as inside of the relationship, I'm a
Yeah.
full, totally different person.
Right.
Like I am 100%. Like my hands tend to wander. I like to like massage the head a lot because that's what I like. I like my head rubbed, and for some reason, I guess what I've learned about the love language of touch is
Mm-hmm.
people who are touchy, when they're touching certain areas on them or on you, it's because they want you to replicate that
Facts.
on them. Yeah.
Facts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So when you say, I just want to clarify on the withdrawn part. So if we're dating, right? We've been on a few dates. You're still like standoffish and withdrawn. You're just like, what can you expound on
Until
that?
you say that this is what it is and you're mine, then I'll be willing to and it's not just willing, it's like it's almost like I'm jumping on you.
So I gotta peel you off then at that point.
Yeah, exactly. And
Okay.
I don't do that a second before we've decided like
Gotcha.
this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I just have boundaries. And if we're going to be temporary, what's the point?
Got you. What are your thoughts on marriage? Do you see yourself ever being married, or do you just see yourself in like a? Because I know you mentioned monogamy earlier, and I don't know
Mhm.
if I don't know if I cut you off when you were talking about that.
Mhm.
But what are your thoughts in terms of, is that something that you're really, is that the long term goal, or are you just cool just having like a life partner, or are you just a serial dater?
So I used to be a serial dater,
Okay.
but I, uh, I learned that I need focused attention. However, that doesn't make me monogamous. I function really well with guys who do have multiple situations. It doesn't get under my skin. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad
Right.
thing. It's just I'm too busy.
Say
And
less. Say
yeah,
less. You don't got to prove nothing to me.
your
Say less.
phone, it's not me.
Yeah.
So I would like it if the guy can dedicate specific time for me, whether it's a specific day or certain hours of days or whatever, like I just need my time from you. And I don't expect it to be all of your time, but
Right.
at least a nice chunk of it, you know? I'm pretty reasonable, and I feel like I operate really well with men who know what they want. So I know probably your viewers are like, I'm an alpha male. I am. But I feel like a lot of men get presented with a golden platter sometimes, and they can't even see it. They don't even recognize what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a man to go through a lot of shit
Mm-hmm.
to actually see that.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm gathering from you is that marriage is not really a huge
I wouldn't mind it. When I say it like that,
minded is quite
I
a
would,
word. Go ahead.
okay. Let
Yeah.
me be clear with what I want to say.
Okay.
I believe strongly in my heart and my soul that I would be a incredible wife.
Okay.
I just pride myself on catching like those moments where you smile and you're just like, I know he's gonna be thinking about that later.
He's gonna
And
make you what?
I know he's gonna think about that later.
Okay. All right.
And like my mom was very emasculating towards my dad. So the way that I built myself was I took my mom and I said, I'll be everything that you're not. And my dad, I'll take this and this, but everything that you're not is what I want. And so I would love to be married to the right match for me. However, because of like the kids thing, I feel like the kind of guy that would possibly agree best with me. And I'm about to I think you about to give me a look, but F it. I have to keep it real.
I don't. This is a no judgment zone, but go ahead, do your thing.
I do really well with bisexual men. That is like
Well, let me
my
go ahead and raise my eyebrows, but yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Hey,
so
go ahead.
I think because of my line of work, I pride my direction on healing and the healing of trauma. Like that is something that I really want to do. And people with sexuality issues or gender identity issues, they usually come from something that happened.
Right.
And I feel like because I can relate that what I've been through and what I've healed in myself, I can help them identify and heal in themselves. And so therefore, I feel like my partner will be a very unique person. They will not necessarily be 6'1", six figures, six packs, all the other things that you've heard
not what you've been looking for specifically. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I tend to look out of the box for the kind of men that I like. And to be completely honest, I don't look. They kind of find me. And I don't push them to open up right away, but I always wonder, oh, this person's really like into me. I wonder what their past was like. And so I just wait and let it settle. And then when I get a moment to like ask the right questions, then yeah.
So my homie asked in the chat. This is my homie asking this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you date women too?
I have, but
Okay.
not for emotional purposes.
Gotcha. Say less. No, I understand. So
I am emotionally capable of having a relationship with men only. I can deal with women, but it'll just be fun.
Got it. So you can see yourself being in love with someone as long as they dedicate time to you. You don't care if they got other situations outside of you, as long as they dedicate time to you, and you can still be in love with them. Is that correct?
That and providership, as well as they're honest, because that's one thing that is hard to find. When someone is doing all the most and juggling whatever they got going on,
Okay.
a lot of times they don't have the like attention span or the capacity to really give 100 to everything. It's like 2% here, 30% here, and then whoever gets whatever is left over. And a lot of times, a lot of men operate with like 60% goes to their job, and then this, and they got a side chick and that, and then the wife gets like 3% of them. And I don't want that. I don't want that guy. That's why I say I'm not sure about marriage, because I have seen wives be left in the dust, and a lot of times
I appreciate your honesty. Yeah, I appreciate your honesty in terms of that. But Do you feel like you could be emotionally available to a man?
Yeah, he has to earn that from me, and that's where
Go
the
ahead.
time and consistency come in, because I'm not going to give
Okay.
that to you date 3, or, "Oh, we've been dating for this long." I don't care. If you did not put the work in, the mask don't come off.
I understand. I understand. So
Mhm,
time, consistency, financial stability, and give you your time. You don't want all his time, but he
mhm,
has to prove
mhm,
himself in terms of,
mhm.
you know, letting that guard come down and you being, that woman in your full divine femininity and submission and things like that.
Exactly,
Got
exactly.
you, got you. I mean, that's what's up. I mean, what I appreciate, and I know we talked about this because I know, you felt, and I felt a lot of times that when you're on the other show and when people are on the show, they don't get to know people,
Yeah,
and I
you
like to get to, yeah, I
agree.
like to get to know people, and I know that this is a different. My show is complete, and it's not to knock anybody else, but I like to get to know people to get to know what how they tick. I don't judge anybody. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your job is, whether it be, what it is that you did. Everybody has a past. Everybody's done things. Everybody does things. Marriage isn't for everybody. Relationships isn't for everybody. But this show is a dating show. So you're here on a dating show. You're dating. So you
Mhm.
guys can say whatever you want, but she's here for dating. So, and what you have to respect, guys, a lot of you fellas that are watching, you have to respect the woman's honesty. If anything, if you don't respect anything else, you have to respect the woman's honesty, and you can take it or leave it. If it's not for you, then you don't have to partake in it or even shoot your shot. That's what you a lot of times you guys think like I have to, like she's like someone's forcing you to do this. Nobody's forcing you to do it, but you have to respect the woman's honesty instead of finding it out later on. She's telling you up front, this is the type of time I'm on, so you can take it or leave it. So I appreciate your honesty, Victoria. Is there anything else you want to say before we plug all your social media and how people can contact you?
Yeah, for sure. I really love the fact that you're taking the time to like comb through and like let guys know like there are available attractive women
Right.
out there, and not everything could be summarized like, oh, that's just the Instagram model, or that's just some
Yeah,
whatever.
in 30 seconds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
and
59 seconds, excuse me.
yeah, yeah. And so it's just one of those things that I really appreciate you for that. And I just hope that the viewers on your platform are not as like, uh, I guess, rubbed the wrong way by the women species. They can be a little harsh, but
Hey, I
there's
get you
people
you
out
you
there,
you
guys.
talking about the comments. I get more and I say this to everybody. I get more, I don't want to call it hate comments, but I get more, you're a simp, you're a sucker because you don't take the guy's side all the time. You stick up for the women sometime, but you kind of try to go against the guys. So I get all that. And that's the purpose of my channel. My channel has always been like that, you
Mm.
know. So I'm not this is not a man bashing channel. This isn't a woman bashing channel. You know what I'm saying? I just call it like how I see it from my perspective. But I'm sorry, Victoria, go ahead.
Oh no, you're okay.
Yeah.
I just appreciate it. Thank you for the time. Thank you for everything, and I hope your viewers enjoyed the little like reveal.
Yes, ma'am. This is very interesting, and I want people to see this part of the matrix.
Yeah,
There's only
yeah.
a certain part of the matrix that people,
Mhm.
know about, and they judge people based upon what they do for a living. But it's cool people in in whatever profession, whatever part of the matrix. There are cool people, so I don't judge people regardless. You can hang out with anybody and have a
Yeah,
good time. So you know what I'm
100%.
saying. But I appreciate your honesty. How can if people want to reach out to you or get in contact with you or follow you and support you, how would they go about doing that, Victoria?
Well, they can find me on Instagram. I have a fitness page. It's Ikigai Bunny, IKIGAIBUNNI. And you'll see a lot of my fitness sessions there. I'm into yoga, massage, and things of that nature. So you can find my other social medias under Dream Massage LA, and you'll find some fun OnlyFans content there. That's where you'll find the Mortal Kombat stuff, guys.
Already. Say less. Say less. Y'all go ahead and roll to that. Go ahead. Continue. Go ahead, Victoria. Continue.
OnlyFans.com/ExoVickyLopez.
I'm gonna plug all this in the description too, guys, for you guys watching the restream. But
Thank
for
you.
those of you watching right now, y'all go ahead, y'all listen, y'all rewind it and listen to that. Go ahead. I'll put on closed caption. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll actually send you like my all links. That way they can have my YouTube or whatever they want.
Gotcha.
Thank you so much, JR. I appreciate
that's it. Is that it?
I mean, whatever you have for me, I am here. I'm just following your lead.
Okay. I didn't know that was it in terms of that. In terms of your links, but yeah, that's her information, guys. I'm gonna have it in the description for you guys watching the restream. That way, she has like a link tree that you guys can connect with Victoria and things like that. Shoot your shot, or support her and things like that. And if you don't have anything else, Victoria, it's been a pleasure.
Same. Thank you so much, JR. I hope you do well and have a great week and stay productive. I love what you're doing.
Thank you, and I appreciate your support. God willing.
Thank you. I hope you have a good night. Thank you, guys.
Likewise. Talk to you later. Bye. So that was the great Victoria, guys. Real quick before I bring on my next guest here, this is the greatest dating show on the internet, not YouTube, the internet, guys. So you guys hit that like button. Tell your friends about me. Do it like right now. We got 88 people watching, only 71 likes. Hit that like button. I haven't seen one super chat, so hit that like button. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. It'll make you feel better. You know what I'm saying? And it'll increase your karma on the positive end of the scale. So just hit that like button, man. Doesn't cost you anything. So, shout out to, like I said, that may not have been your cup of tea. She chose not to take her mask off. You guys are, talking about her mask. She chose not to take her mask off. Hey, it is what it is. But you guys can see her without her mask off. Mask on. Mask off. Hey, y'all can see her without her mask on. She already said where you can connect with her. You can shoot your shot if you're in the law. I didn't ask her if she's willing to relocate, but I'm pretty sure she's willing to relocate for you guys. So you don't even have to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So feel free to do that. But you guys know how to contact her. If you don't, rewind the video and run it back. I was just reading the comment. The homie Grace. Yeah, the link is pinned in the chat. Just so you guys know, if you guys want to call in to shoot your shot at any of the guests, the link is pinned in the chat. It's in blue. So if you want to call in and be a guest or shoot your shot at any of the guests, it's right there. You guys talk a lot of game in there, but you won't call in and shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. But anyway, we're gonna bring in my next guest. Let me see where we're at with the likes here. We're at 85. I got 94 people watching, man. It should be 94 likes. You feel me? So we're gonna do it with a little change of pace here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna bring on my next guest. So let's do it. Mr. Calvin, how you doing, sir? What's happening with you?
Oh man. Whew. That last interview kind of wore me out a little bit, JR.
Hey man. Hey,
wow.
you know what it is, man. Hey, I always try to mix it up. I try to go in different parts of the matrix. You know what I'm saying? But I know we got a male guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? So without further ado, you know what I'm saying? Calvin, right? Cal the barber.
Cal the barber, Calvin. Yep. VIP custom cuts. I'm in my
go ahead.
I'm in my shop right now. I'm in one of my mobile barber shops right now as we speak. So
the brother got the mobile barber shop. Where you calling from, brother?
Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Capital of PA. Everybody thinks it's Philly, but it's really Harrisburg. We're the actual capital, so not far from Philly though.
That's the west side, right?
I wouldn't know. I just know it's Harrisburg, bro.
No, I'm saying Harrisburg is the west side of Pennsylvania, right?
Oh, yep, kind of like north. Yeah, I guess kind
North.
of.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you call them from PA. The brothers. So you said one of your mobile barbershops?
yeah, I got a couple.
You got a couple?
Yeah,
Oh,
yep.
okay. You got a brick and mortar joint too?
No, I gave that up. This is
So
so
it's
much better doing it this way.
yeah, we you know, it's funny you probably make a killing down here because you don't have any of those down here, but that's a good idea though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so obviously, you know, we're on the show. We know a lot of fellas I usually have the ladies on here, but you know, I have a lot of ladies tuned into the show. You know what I'm saying? So we would just start at the beginning with you. Start at the beginning with you in terms of this. Are you originally
Hmm.
from PA or
Yep, born and raised Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Born and raised. I've lived other places, but not for long, just here and there. But most of my life here.
okay. So you how long you been a barber?
I've been a professional barber licensed since 2007, but I've been cutting hair since I was a kid.
Yeah. 2007.
Yeah,
You know, so you've been trapping since '07. You know what I'm saying? But you've been cutting since you was a kid.
yeah, I've been cutting. Yeah, always had
So
the talent for it.
got you. So how old are you?
I'll be 41 on Sunday.
41 on Sunday. So 2007, that's 15 years ago. Am I right?
I guess I'm too tired to even do math right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just take your word for it.
So 15
Something
years
like
ago,
that.
that will make you 25. You 25 when you started professionally cutting.
That sounds about right.
Okay. So you doing your thing out there. So what's dating like up there in PA?
I mean,
I know it's a
I
lot of
can't.
brothers
I
from
can't.
PA tuned into the show. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm
No,
asking.
I,
What's dating
I
like up
mean,
there on your side of town?
it's cool. I mean, you just got to be very selective, and you got to be very careful who you're dealing with. But for the most part, there are really good ladies out here. There's quality women here. But like anywhere, there's good women. There's bad ones. There's in between. I mean, I don't have a problem dating women out here. I date women other places as well. So
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. So so you don't there's no issue out there in terms of
not for
getting
me.
not
I
for
mean,
you.
from my perspective, no, I have no
Yeah,
problem.
y'all barbers be bagging them baby mamas. You know what I mean? I already know. Hey, hey, I already know what time it is, man. That's why I be looking. I can't cut my own hair, but I can cut hair. So I'll be like, man, I be thinking about sometimes I need to go up in the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? I can bag
Hmm.
some of these single mothers. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's curtains.
Sometimes this mobile shot could turn into something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so real quick, Calvin, my homie Grace wanted me to ask you this
Yeah.
question.
Grace. Okay.
Yeah. Would you date women that used to date women?
Uh, yeah. Actually, I'm actually dating a woman right now who's actually was married to a woman. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go, Grace. Hey, you
I'm not
know,
going to judge. I mean, it's like some people like who they like.
right.
It's not.
Fact.
You understand what I'm saying? So they might like me as a man, or she might, not like me to like a woman. Just, some people just like who they like.
Facts. So you said dating is it is what it is up there in terms of that. What have you been your dating experience? Have you ever been married?
I've been married. Yes, I was married. Yes.
Okay. How long you been divorced for?
I was divorced. I just got divorced like last March, so almost a year. Actually, it was like about a year. Yeah,
Almost a
this month
year.
will make a year.
Are you looking to get married again?
I would, yeah, if I found the right woman. Yes.
If you found the right woman, got you.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how fellas, and I'm not saying this towards you, but fellas is like you should have stayed with you should have stayed with your husband. You should have stayed with your husband, so on and so forth.
Phew.
So if it's on
Yeah.
the flip side, he'd be like, should you have stayed with your wife and think? But I'm not gonna get into that. The brother
Hey,
said
it's
that
up to
he
you, bro. I'm with it. I'm with whatever you with, man. I'm
no,
with
we
it.
good, we not talking about
Yeah.
that. You know,
Fair enough.
it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, moving on in terms of
Hmm.
you know, the brother said that he wants to he for the right woman he'll get married again. So I mean, that's enough for me in terms of that. So what would be your ideal woman is that you're looking for as of right now? Being that You got divorced at 38, I guess, somewhere around there, 38, 39.
Mhm.
What's your ideal woman at this point in your life?
I mean, at this point in my life, I'm very busy. I mean, I don't just run the mobile barber shops. I have other businesses, so I'm very busy. She has to understand that, be a helpmate, be supportive. Um, like Uncle Kev say, feminine, fit, submissive. I'm
Right.
with all that too. But more than anything, just somebody I could have fun with, somebody who's understanding, patient with me, and I just don't like somebody who's always going to be one all my time because I just can't give it. I can't give all my
Yeah.
time. I will make
Yeah.
time for her, but I can't give it all because I'm busy trying to build an empire, and that takes time and effort. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Woman, I think for that, a woman got to have something going on for herself. For that, in my experience, you know what I'm saying? Unless if she's a homemaker, and she got to have something going on. But like, I feel you on that, where a woman is always like wanting to know what's going on with you, trying to take up all your
Hmm.
time. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Hmm.
All that stuff like that.
That's stressful.
Yeah. And knowing that you mobile in terms of stuff like that. So what else? What else you got in terms of her? Like for the ladies that's listening.
I mean, of course, I wanted to be pretty. I mean, I wanted to be,
Hey man, hey, do your thing. Hey,
nice
I'm not
looking.
tripping. I mean, we
I
men.
mean,
Yeah.
visually, like I stay in the gym. I mean, you can't tell her what I got on, but it's nice underneath here.
Right.
But I stay fit. I like her to stay fit. You know, does she have to be like perfect? No, but she has to care about her body. She has to care about her health. That's important to me. And I like a woman that, like I said, femininity is very important to me. I don't like women that dress masculine,
Yeah.
always wearing Jordans all the time. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like wear some heels or something like that. You know, I mean,
So
in terms of a woman, though, it's a lot. I mean, I could tell you these basic things, but there's a lot of little intricacies that I like that are small but are big to me. You
yeah,
know,
yeah. Facts.
like shoot,
So
like I mean, prime example, like I'm mobile, like you said, I'm mobile, so I'm always
yeah.
moving.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of times where I don't get a chance to eat. I mean, a woman could be like, "Hey, you hungry? We bring you something." She'll meet me wherever I'm at, wherever stop I'm at, and bring me something. That's big to me. That's huge to me. That initiative. Women, I find a lot of women that I run into don't take initiative. It's like always about them. When in reality, if I'm going to be the one providing and taking care of things that I'm building over here, why can't you help me out? Why can't it be
Yeah,
about me too? You know?
indeed. So in terms of them aesthetics though, let me hit them aesthetics. Give me that breakdown on
Okay, I
yeah,
got
yeah.
you. All right, so
Hey,
okay, I don't mind tall women because my last two women were like 5'11", 6 foot. Because I'm tall myself,
yeah, yeah,
but I'm starting to like shorter women now.
yeah.
I like but I like butts. I'm a butt man. You ain't gotta have no big. You
She
ain't gotta
gotta
have
have
big
some buns.
chest.
She gotta have some
Yeah,
buns. You don't care
got
about
the
the
buns. You
teta.
got you got some little ones, but as long as you got some buns, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Gotta have some buns. Pretty feet. I know it sounds weird, but I love pretty feet
It don't
because
it
it
ain't
shows
it
you
ain't
take
weird.
care of
It ain't
yourself.
it ain't weird, bro. You don't want no hammer time. Go ahead.
Well, no, it shows you take care of yourself. You take care of the parts that
Facts.
everybody can't see all the time. Like
Facts.
my feet can't be prettier than yours.
Facts.
But
I was just talking
I,
about that. But yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Facts. You
yeah,
right.
yeah. I don't like my biggest pet. Like you see my channel, I talk about this all the time. I don't like fake hair. I don't like those big eyelashes. I don't like those Angry Bird eyebrows. I don't like all the makeup. I like it natural. Because let me tell you, I'd rather a woman have an afro and just keep that thing looking nice than to
100.
be having somebody's hair all over their head. I don't like that.
I'm the
Just
same
be
way.
who you are.
I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
most men are. Because like I talk to men all the time. Like I talk to hundreds of men every week, and they tell me the same thing. They don't like it. I mean, we know they don't do that for us anyway, but
Right,
that's
right,
another
right.
discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I prefer a woman just to be her because I want to wake up in the morning to the same person I went to bed with. you know.
Right.
But like I'll actually take a woman who her S&V is a little lower as long as she takes care of her body. I'm
Mm.
very body oriented. Your body has to be right, and
I
it's
mean
free.
that's
Working out's
and
free.
yeah, that's the thing that trumps all because you can have a woman with a 2 in the face, but if she got a
Boom.
cold body, it's curtains.
It's
I always
curtains. She
say
can be
that,
look.
yeah, yeah. If a woman can be like a 2 in the face, but if
Mm-hmm.
her body is like a 10, that trumps.
Mm.
That is brothers that think like that. I know there's a lot of. I think the
A lot
majority
of
of men.
brothers like that.
Go ahead. What'd you say? Go ahead.
Just yeah, listen, I tell people, like I tell women all the time, get in the gym. Get in the gym.
Facts.
Because like, oh man, I can't tell you how many times. If I was just in the gym today and I was training one of my friends, one of my female friends,
Okay.
and we're sitting there, I said, look, see her over there? She said, yeah. I said, see, she's like a 2 or 3 in the face, right? I said, but now she raised up a couple levels because look at her body. She's in
Facts.
the gym putting that work in. And she's like, yeah, I see that. I said, cause look, you're cute. So imagine if you got your body like, yeah,
Facts.
you'd be like an eight,
Facts.
9. So like, yeah, body's important.
Very important, man. And I think a lot
Hmm.
of women don't they know but they don't know, because if they did, even the ones who, like I said, don't have that, like you could, I mean, you just go on Instagram. I don't even say no more. Just go on Instagram.
Bottom
Look,
line, bottom
look at
line.
women, yeah, that ain't cold in the face, but you see it, you see on Instagram, they got everything else together. It's good in terms of that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
so you have any kids?
No kids, no,
No kids?
no
So
kids.
are you looking to have kids, or if she wants to have
No,
kids, are you up for that?
I, yeah, absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely,
got you.
absolutely.
Because I mean, we don't have to worry about the geriatric thing, because we can roll
Yeah,
to
boom, boom, boom,
well
boom.
within our 80s, 90s, and hundreds. We can,
Uh-huh. You already know.
it is what it is in terms of that. So you don't there's not an issue with you, and I'm just asking because
Mm-mm,
just in case the ladies want to know, you don't have an issue having kids. You can have kids.
mm-mm,
Okay, got you.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I just want to make that straight, just because they be like, well,
Yeah,
can he have kids and stuff like that? So I'm just
absolutely.
making sure. So
Yeah.
so for the ladies that shooting a shot, that let's just say they shoot they shot at you, what can they expect once they're in a relationship with you?
All
Relationship,
right.
marriage, whatever, when they dating you, what can they expect from you in terms of, because
You
I don't
know,
like to say bring to the table. I like to say what
um,
can they expect.
I'm not, I'm not a 50-50 man.
Okay.
Um, I
Me
don't
too.
mind taking
Me
care of.
too. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't mind taking care of majority of, if not all, the household finances. I don't mind that at all.
That's right.
As long as she's giving me the things that I asked for previously when you asked me. Um, I'm very, uh, I'm very in tune to her needs as far as her time. Now I know my time's limited, but I
And
made a
that's
habit.
the
Like
people.
prime
And
example.
let me stop you right there.
Yeah,
For the people who are businessmen, businesswomen, you understand how important time is. So you can say, and I'm glad you said that, because once you understand when you run a business how important time is, you can say that what you just said. Because I'll just like Victoria said, and the last lady that was just on here, it's so important. And many people who just fuck off their time or really don't care, they just like, whatever. But time is fucking important. You know what I'm
that's all
saying?
you
When you
have.
actually itemize time, like how much shit you can get done, like that shit is super important. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
you respect time, especially that's very important for a woman if you're dealing with a guy that's a businessman. And I'm saying this on your behalf. When you're dealing with a man that is a businessman, respect his time, appreciate his time, and that's so valuable to him. And he's going to appreciate you more as long as you respect his time. If
Absolutely.
I'm speaking from my perspective, but I think I'm speaking for men
Thanks.
that are businessmen. But yeah, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. No, I mean, I'm in tune. So, like, here's the thing. What I make a habit of doing when I'm in a relationship is saying, okay, so I work this day, this day, this day, right? From this time to
Right.
this time. What days can I dedicate to you? So let's just say Thursday will be date night. All right. And, the weekend when I'm off, we can go out of town, do something. Or, Sunday could be family day, stuff like that. Like, I'm really big on making that specific allotted time for that
Right.
special person because the
Yeah.
rest of the week I'm running. So, she's not gonna really see much of me until it's time for me to come home if I'm married or whatever. 'Cause I don't live with women unless I'm married to them.
There you go. There
But
you go.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
mean, so that's the thing. If I'm dating you, you're not gonna see much of me because I'm very regimented in the way I move. Like I can't stay the night over your house because everything I need to do to get ready for the next day is at my house. You know, I go to the gym mad early in the morning. Then I'll go from there, hop in this bus, get to cutting. I'm making moves. I'm making phone calls. I'm stopping at the bank. I'm paying workers, stuff like that. So if I break my routine to appease you on those days that I can't, you have to understand that. But I will make time for you though, and it will pay off in the end because the time we spend will be that much better because I'm able to afford to do whatever we want to do, because I work hard, versus So, but yeah, I mean, a woman has to understand that about me. I'm not trying to neglect you, and you can't call me during the day and think I'm going to always answer the phone because I'm talking to clients,
There
I'm
you
talking
go.
to drivers, I'm talking to all kind of stuff, I'm doing all these moves. So I might not answer your phone call, but I'll get back at you,
There you
and
go.
I'm not doing nothing wrong. I'm just getting the bag. So like, what I'm doing. So, and I don't really have to tell you what I'm doing. You just have to trust that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing out here. You know,
There
just
you go.
wait for me to come, wait for me to get done. But I mean, you know.
I got you. So real quick, you guys go ahead and if you guys are just now joining, if you guys are just now, came across this show, hit that like button, man. It helps to promote the channel, it helps to promote the show, the algorithm. This is going to be the greatest dating show on the internet, not just YouTube, the
Hmm.
internet. So hit that like button, man. It doesn't cost you anything. So I'm gonna give a few shout outs real quick. Shout out to the beloved Chip there. I appreciate the 4.99 super chat. Shout out to the woke therapist, the beloved woke therapist. I appreciate you. V Love, Victoria, she was on here earlier. You know what I'm saying? She's unbothered. She letting y'all know. I appreciate the 19.99 super chat. You know what I'm saying? You guys hit her up. You know what I mean? I know y'all gonna flood it. It is what it is at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Shout out to my moderator, Amazing Grace. That's the homie. Shout out to MIAO. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Amazing Grace. Y'all keep them in check in terms of that. So let's get back to it, brother. So
Um, let me. I mean, I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm looking at the comments. I want to address something in the comments to help, help a person out. They said I was dating somebody, who was dating a girl, who was married to a woman. Yeah, I'm dating right now. I'm single, but I'm dating. So I have,
brother, you
women
don't
that
need
I
to
go on dates
explain
with.
that.
No, I'm letting them know
You
because they
don't
have to
need
understand
to,
something. No, no, no. They got to
yeah,
understand that because some people get that misconstrued that when I say I'm dating, that I'm committed. I'm not. I'm
it's
single.
dating.
It's dating.
Dating is single, just like
I'm mingling.
Victoria. Victoria just said she was dating. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you dating, if you coming on this show, you dating. You feel me? Victoria
Absolutely.
said I'm dating, so I'm willing to date, just like you willing to date. So if y'all in here, people are dating, hence the Tyrone effect, all those other things. You're not gonna meet somebody, and I'm saying this to all you guys who may be ignorant to this. A lot of times, I'm not saying this 100%, but a lot of times when you meet someone, you're not gonna meet someone that's basically like not currently talking to someone. Their phone is dry. They don't have anybody. They don't have any orbiters. They don't have anybody like that. I'm sorry to bust your bubble, but this is the real world. So just to let you know, it just doesn't work like that. You people are talking to people. We're human, but dating is dating. They're not married. That's how it goes. So, anyway, man, yeah, I get you. I saw that comment earlier.
Yeah.
Probably not the one you were pertaining to, but I saw that comment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
seeing
You're
people.
not
I'm
married. You're
seeing
single as a
women.
dollar bill. You know what I
Singles a
mean?
dollar bill, baby.
Yeah. So hey, quick question, brother. So what's your thoughts on like a woman being submissive to you? Like, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, first I'll say this. I think that a lot of women get the wrong idea when men talk about submission. They think
Okay.
it means servitude or slavery or it's a bad thing. It's not. It's a powerful position for a woman to be in.
Facts.
Because absolutely, because in order for the unit to work, we need this woman's cooperation. And by her cooperating, she makes the man stronger, makes him more effective in what he's doing. So, when it's time for me to make a move, you follow my lead. It's allowing me to make that move with more ease. You know, and yeah, I don't think submission is a bad thing at all. I think it's a wonderful, beautiful thing when a woman is humble enough to accept that
Not at all.
leadership from a man. Because I mean, I mean, everybody has their own belief system, but if you're Christian or even if you're Muslim, you believe that the man's the head. He's the head, is the lead. Because just as much as we take the blame when something goes wrong, we're the one that makes the decisions when things go right as well. So it bears on us. So have to be, a good leader too. I mean, gotta be able to lead, but because a lot of women say, they don't want to submit to a man, that they have to find a man that they'll submit to. I kind of agree, but I kind of don't agree. I think that if you're submissive, that's just what you are.
Mhm.
Like you can't say I'm humble. Like I can't
Fact.
be like I'm a humble man, but I'm only humble with people that are nice to me. No, your humility is
Yeah,
tested
yeah,
when you're around people that are going to test that humility, people that are pushing those
fact.
buttons. So being a submissive woman or a submissive wife or even girlfriend or whatever you're going to be to this man, it starts before you meet the man. That's a quality you have inside you, and you've developed and cultivated. So
There you, yeah. I appreciate you saying that, man, because it's just so much stuff in terms of the whole thing about submission, and I think women get that wrong. And I'm not plugging this. I'm just saying this because of what you mentioned. Women don't understand that submission is like a golden ticket. It's your
bang,
golden ticket. A man will give you his wallet, like that femininity and submission. A man will be like, "Here, take my wallet, baby. Do your thing. Let me, when you get back, it is what it is." Women don't understand that, and that's why. And I don't want to take it to prostitution, but I'm going to take it to prostitution.
take it there. Go ahead.
That's why they're so good at. That's why they're so good at their job when it comes to prostitution, because they understand this concept that the whole submission. I'm not telling you you need to basically do things that a prostitute does, but the fact that this woman understands that I'm out to give this man, and it's not always just something in terms of sexual. It's just the way you maneuver, the way that sensuality, that femininity. A lot of times these women aren't, you aren't giving up any goods. It's just the fact that your presence in terms of that. And there are dudes handing over their wallets in terms of that. And I'm not trying to make
Yeah.
it about money, but I'm letting you know that
I mean,
this is your golden ticket. But if you're defiant and you're just like, I'm not gonna do that, that's asking
we
for too
rather not.
much.
We rather not.
You yeah. It's
I like
crazy to me,
a high
man.
value man. Like we talk about high value men. A high value man does not want to fight or argue or tug of war with the woman he's dealing with. He rather not. The juice isn't worth the squeeze at that point.
Right.
It's just more of a I may sleep
Nah.
with you, but that's about as far as it's gonna go. I don't have the time for the stress or the toxicity.
Not at
Sorry.
all. Not at all. We too late in the game to be dealing with that type of tomfoolery, in
Right.
terms of stuff like that, man. So this lady this prospect that may be shooting her shot at her, in terms of, does she need to be making a certain, I heard you say that you willing to cover the bills and things like that. Does she need to be making a certain income, or does she need to have a certain lifestyle in terms of that
Um.
to fit in your, or what, like, can she be unemployed? What's happening?
No. I would like for her to have be able to take care of herself when I meet her. I don't want somebody that's just, can't take care of themselves, live with mom, don't have a car, doesn't know how to care for herself, but she doesn't need to be on my level socioeconomically, not even close. I mean, she has to, like I
Yes.
said, the simple basic things: have a car, be able to pay your car insurance, pay for your place where you live, pay for your own food,
Adult.
maybe chip in on something for me every now and again when you want to, like not be able to, what I'm saying, simple stuff. Like, because I'm gonna bring the rest of the table. You just gotta be a helpmate. Just help me. Like when I was
Adult.
married, my thing was she only thing she really had to do was she bought the food, like the groceries and stuff like that. And I think that's all I had her do. Everything
Mm.
else I did. But she worked. But the funny part is she made good money too though, because she was a chemist. So she wasn't broke.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It just was my responsibility. I just felt like it was. This is how maybe I'm old fashioned. Maybe I like I think that's a masculine, trait to be able to care for your family,
Yeah.
because if
Nah,
she
for
got
sure.
pregnant or something, she got pregnant, who's going to care for, I don't want my kid going to daycare, I mean, my baby,
Yeah.
I don't want her having to work while she's pregnant, so I got it, you know?
Facts. Nah, I can dig it, man. So we got that part. So the income, we already talked about that. So would you obviously you wouldn't be really too keen on relocating. You would want her if she's out of town, you would import her, I'm
I'm,
assuming.
I would import her. Oh, it depends because I could do what I do anywhere. I'll
Yeah.
drag my buses, my trucks, and all that stuff, and move it if it's worth the move. I'm not married to. I like being here because it's a strategic location. Um, it's centrally located. It's convenient. It's close to a lot of big major cities. I mean, that's why I like being here. It's a lot of money here, a lot of jobs here. So with a lot of jobs comes a lot of consumers. That's important in my business. It's a good truck because I do trucking. I got a trucking company too, so
Oh,
it's really
okay.
big in trucking. Really big in trucking. So it's easier to find drivers and good routes out here in different lanes. So you know, for me, this. I mean, it's a little cold sometimes. I know one like the girl that just got off. She don't like the cold. I get it. Some women don't like the cold, but I mean, it ain't cold all the time. So
Yeah, nah, I dig it, man. I dig it. Hey, so I mean, bro, you seem like you. I mean, you approach. You say you're not 40 yet, right? You're approaching 40.
now I'm 41. I'll be 41 on Sunday.
41. Okay, 41.
41.
You'll be
Yep.
41 on Sunday.
Yep.
So the brother already got, multiple businesses going on. You know what I'm saying? He's got no kids. He got his money's up from what y'all heard what he's looking for. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking for you to pay the mortgage for him. He's not looking for you to pay the mortgage. He's looking, at least, hey, just he's looking for femininity and submission. I mean, it's not too much the brother's asking for. You know what I'm saying? Feminine, fit, you know,
hmm
be cooperative and things like that. You know what I mean? And everything else will fall in line. So,
I think
ladies,
cooperation is the most part. The cooperation is the most important part of the whole thing. Because cooperation is sexy. You know why it's sexy?
it's
Because
very
when I'm
sexy.
arguing, when I'm arguing with you and fighting with you, my joint, I can't get right like that. I can't be one that I don't want to hit that. I'm like, girl, if you don't go leave me alone. But when you're submissive, plus, you know what? When I deal with more submissive women, more humble women, it makes me want to be more humble. It rubs off.
Right. Yeah.
It rubs
There you
off.
go.
So I can handle you in a feminine way. Like me and you, we get to talk to like men talk like we do our thing. But when we talk to women, if she's a feminine, submissive woman, you can talk to her like, yo, baby, you can talk to her a little more gentler as a weaker vessel. Like that masculine energy. I don't like that. Some women bring off nowadays. I don't like that.
So
They turn.
that aggression makes the little man soft.
Yeah, what? I don't know. No, I don't like that.
Yo, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look, you
You
could
know,
be. Listen, I had a girlfriend. Listen, bro. I had a girlfriend, and bro, she was bad. Don't get it too. Like I mess with like face or better kind of. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
say
But
less.
when I
Yeah.
tell you she was bad, but because of her attitude, I could not get right. I didn't want to touch her half the time. Just negative and always nagging and complaining, insecure. Like, oh,
I'm glad you
mm-mm,
said that. I'm glad you said that. Before you continue,
mm-hmm,
a woman can be cold. She can be a 10 out of 10, like
mm-hmm,
bad. But if the attitude is horrible, you don't even want to deal with her. And it makes you wonder, like when you think about these celebrities, how could he cheat on her? How could he not want to be with her? How could he walk away from her? Just because a
mm-hmm.
woman is beautiful doesn't mean she's got a good attitude. Doesn't mean she's easy to deal with. Doesn't mean that she's got a good
Look at Holly
personality.
Berry. Look at Holly Berry, bro.
Right.
She always getting left. She the
Always,
baddest chick in the world at one point. In the world,
always, always,
nobody want to keep her.
always. But yeah, go ahead though, Bert. You were saying something though. My bad.
I don't know what I was saying, but that's all good. No, no, but
No, you good.
yeah, that whole thing, that whole piece about a woman, like that nagging. We say nagging. Women don't like to be called naggers. I don't like to use that term. I just say the cooperation has to be there. Like, um, there's a way to get your point across without becoming, aggressive or naggy. Because I've had women that were able to express their discontent with something I was doing. We could have a legitimate conversation about it, and move forward and be done with it.
Mhm.
You know, it's that simple, and there's a time and place. Like right when I'm getting off of work and I'm tired and all that, is the time to call me and yell at me for not texting you all day.
Yeah.
That was, you know, it just gets too much.
Yeah. I
Too
think
much.
I think it's only women, I think, that are in tune, they understand that part. What you just said.
Yeah.
If they're in tune, or they got some shit going on with themselves.
Right.
But anyway, man. So
I don't know if I
where
want.
can go ahead, go
I
ahead.
don't know if I don't know because you asked me before if a woman had to make a lot of money. To be honest with you, the more money a woman makes, it's kind of a turn off to me in a way. Because in a way, not all the time, but a lot of women, and not all, because nothing is always all anything, but a lot of women that I encounter that make a lot of money tend to be very difficult to deal with, very unreasonable, and kind of want you to go with their program versus going with my program as the lead.
I
So it makes
keep
it
hearing
very
that.
difficult. It's
Yeah.
true. It makes it very difficult, and they won't admit it, but it's like submission is a foreign subject to them. It's like submission, what? They just have turn their face up when you say, "Can you submit?" And I asked, listen, a lot of women believe that the more money they bring to the table, the more valuable they are to a man.
Mm.
They're only valuable to a bum because he's gonna use you up and they still gonna cheat
Yeah.
on you. To a man like
Yeah.
myself and like you, we don't care about your money. For one, we don't even have access to your money because you keeping it to yourself. That's your money. Women are like that. It's fine. But my thing is, don't think that you're bringing all this money to the table and I'm gonna be looking at you like you're my equal because I don't look at it that way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your femininity, submission. Are you keeping yourself together? Are you keeping yourself fit for me? Because a lot of women have problems with that. Like they'll get with a man, they'll be fit in the beginning, and then as soon as they get this man, they lock him down. Next thing you know, they blow up 30, 40 pounds. And I'm supposed to be just as no real talk, Jay. I'm supposed to be just as attracted to you 40
Nah,
pounds later.
go ahead.
That's unrealistic. Can I love you 40 pounds later? Yeah, I love you. But I mean, I love my dog too, but I'm not having sex with him either. So at the end of the day, it's like we got to be attracted to you long term. So I want a woman, the woman I deal with, if I marry a woman, she already got to be in the gym before I meet her. She got to be somebody who's already in the gym because I don't want her getting comfortable with me. Like I can let myself go now. I got him now, and then you blow up and you understand. I'm not with it. I'm just not. I mean, that's a deal breaker for me. It
Yeah.
says a lot about your work ethic and how you care about yourself physically. So
Right.
yeah, I ain't doing
I understand, brother. Hey, so for the ladies, yeah. So for the ladies that's interested in reaching out to you and getting in contact with you, that want to date you, that want to shoot their shot at you,
that.
how do they get in contact with
All right, so all my platforms, my YouTube, my Instagram, my Facebook, it's all VIP Custom Cuts. It's VIP Custom with a K, Custom Cuts, Kutz. VIP Custom Cuts. Y'all
you?
can hit me up on there, DM me, inbox me, whatever you're gonna call it, and I'll respond. I mean, I don't get a lot of DMs. Women get the DMs. We don't get DMs like that. No matter how much money we got, how good we look. So y'all, drop in there and say something to me.
Yeah. Hey, y'all holla at the boy. Y'all hear it right there. If not, like I said, it'll be for those of you who watching the restream, it'll be linked in the description. So you guys make sure you guys hit him up. If you're in the PA area, the bro said that he's willing to relocate, but if not, he'll import you. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
done it. I
Say
just got
less.
done importing one. I got rid of her, but I took one from Florida up here, so you know
Hey, hey,
I'm willing.
hey, 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 I got you, man. Anything else before we head on to the next guest here, Merle, that you want to say?
Oh no, just follow my YouTube though. It's VIP Custom Cuts, VIP KUSTOM, KUTZ. Love what you're doing, man. I'm trying to get to where you're at on your YouTube. That's impressive. I'm proud of you. That's dope. So I'm trying to get there too. I'm working
I'm
on it.
nobody, but I appreciate it, man. You
Hey,
know what I'm
we're
saying?
all nobody till we somebody, right?
You know,
But
you're
we're all somebody to somebody.
nobody to somebody. Hey, I got you, man. Hey, man, but I appreciate you coming on, man.
My
Ladies, yo,
boy.
hit the brother up. Harrisburg, PA. Say
Passport
less.
PA. Yep.
He'll import you, and he's willing to relocate as well. So with that being
All right.
said, man, hey, y'all, I'm gonna link it in there for those of you watching the restream. If not, y'all rewind it back to hear what he said, and we got it from there.
All right.
All
Appreciate you,
right,
bro.
bro. Hey, no worries, man. Thanks. Later.
My man.
Later. Yo, hey, we had the brother on there. Y'all see what time it is with him. Before I bring on my last guest here, yeah, he's willing to import. Y'all heard him. I hear you saying you know, willing to import, bros willing to import. Hey, real dudes import them. You know what I'm saying? Say less. That's how you get down. You don't make them pay unless you're extremely broke. You feel me? So before I bring in my next guest, guys, I'm gonna just do a quick check here. Make sure you guys hit the like button. It helps to promote the channel. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything, guys. It's easy like Sunday morning and shoplifting. It doesn't cost you anything. All you got to do is hit like. It's not gonna hurt you. It helps to promote one time for the algorithm so that we can bring you this content. This is the greatest dating show on YouTube, guys. Trust me. And that's what it's gonna be. The Cuffing Reasons dating show is the biggest, greatest dating show ever. So with that being said, let's go ahead and I'm gonna bring on my last guest. She's appeared previously on, I think she's been on one of my live streams. You know what I'm saying? And I know you guys are gonna appreciate her. She's live from the motherland. You feel me? We don't encounter those too often. When we got a woman straight from the motherland, not a copy. You know what I'm saying? And no shots out. No, no disrespect to my ladies. And that's originally homegrown, but you know I'm gonna bring her in straight from the homeland. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get to it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring her in.
Hi, JR.
Ivy, what is good? What is happening with you? Talk to me. Talk to
I
me,
am well.
baby.
How are you doing?
Oh, you already know I'm living the greatest day of my life. I like the background there before I go any further. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
The
Remember me?
lighting is perfect. The ambiance is beautiful. The I like your dress. It's curtains.
Thank
Say
you.
less. So you're doing well. Obviously, it looks like you're doing well as well. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
we're going to start at the beginning. So
let's go.
you know, obviously, I know you've been on. I think you've been on one of my live streams before when we were talking about the hair and things like that.
Natural hair.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hair.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I mean, but it is what it is. We live from the motherland, so we gonna jump right into it. They saying what part of Africa? Yeah,
okay, so just
we hey
clarify.
we will get into it. Relax. I don't want you to get we will get into it. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So Ivy,
It's actually pronounced EVA.
EVA. I'm sorry.
So if you
So
spell EVA, you said my name.
EV. That's like Spanish. So she's got the Spanish pronunciation on her
Yeah.
name. It's EVA. All right.
Yes.
So EVA. Let's start at the beginning. So where are you originally from? What's your background?
So I am Nigerian. I actually grew
Me
up in.
too. No, I'm dead serious.
Really, you did your DNA?
Yeah, I did my DNA. Yeah, most of my on the
You know,
black on the black side. Most of my DNA is Nigerian. But yeah, go ahead.
you know a tribe by any
No, no,
chance?
no. I need to do that part of it to see what
Okay.
tribe I'm from. But yeah, I'm Nigerian. But go ahead.
Okay, so I am Edo, which is a smaller tribe, not
Okay.
as Yorubas, the Igbos, and the Hausas, but I grew up in Lagos, which was formerly the capital of Nigeria.
Okay.
But it's one of the largest cities, and I went to high school there, primary school. Moved here when it was kind of that time for me to go to college.
So you moved here when you were already an adult or in high school? Like, how old
Well,
were you?
I was 17. I was about to
Ooh.
graduate, and I had one more year back in Nigeria. But when I came here, they did not really have an appreciation for our educational system.
Mm-hmm.
They felt that it would be better if they pulled me back to my junior year. So then I did my junior and senior year. I repeated my junior year here and did my senior year. And then I went on
Mm. Damn. So you how did you say you said Lagos?
Lagos,
Lagos. I wanted to say Lagos, but it sounded like you said something different. So Lego, you're from the former what's the capital now?
Abuja.
Okay. So she's from the former capital of Nigeria, obviously. West side or it's Central Africa, right? Or is it West
It's
side?
West Africa.
West Africa. So most of our people, if you're from the East Coast, if you're from the Southeast, then most likely your people came from West Africa, Burkina Faso,
Ghana,
you know,
Nigeria,
Ghana, Nigeria.
yeah.
Yeah. But I know
Most,
most of my DNA when I did my test, and I'm pretty sure everybody else from South Carolina, like most of their DNA is gonna be from Nigeria or Burkina Faso
mhm.
or Ivory Coast or things like that. So you came here when you were 17, which is very, I think, very like wow.
Yeah,
17, like
it's
your last year
so
of high
weird.
school.
Huh?
That's basically your last year of high school, I guess. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, it was I was familiar with America because, we listen to hip hop, we watch American movies,
Hmm.
um, our parties were, American music. So I just pretty much had my accent and, but I still spoke English.
Yeah. You have no accent right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I lost. Okay, so when I first moved here, I got a lot of comments asking me how it felt to wear clothes. How did we uh, get around when I lived in Nigeria? Did we
Hmm.
like swing tree to tree? Um, it was just so weird, like the most ignorant comments. And I didn't want to keep getting those comments every time I opened my mouth. So I just pretty much like paid attention and listened and copied what I heard. And eventually I kind of lost my accent.
Yeah,
But it,
your like I mean your shit is non-existent for 17 years old coming here. And we'll get into your age, but based off what I know from your age, like that is you have a straight up American accent. Like there's nobody could ever tell that you're, from the motherland.
yeah,
Is really, I'm not saying it's weird, but that's I don't even
I,
want to say it's impressive, but yeah, we can I know you can speak it if you wanted to. You could talk with it with that accent,
every
you
once
know.
in a while, like I'll talk with my mom in like Pidgin English and we'll go back and forth, which Pidgin English is our version of patois,
Yeah, yeah,
like a broken English kind of thing.
yeah.
She's actually walking
Oh, your
around.
mom's at the house?
Yeah, when she knew I was going to be on, I feel like she's kind of hanging around trying to hear what's
Trying to see
going
what's going on?
on. Do you hear
Yeah,
her?
tell
Mom,
moms I said what's happening, you know what I'm
just
saying?
a wave.
Oh, she's trying to come on the camera?
Hi.
Baby, come on the camera, baby. Come on the camera.
Come
Oh
on.
no, that's
Just
hi. Hello.
We can't see you. See,
Oh my
see. You see this the OG. She rocking her hair. You see that? I appreciate
yeah,
that. She rocking her hair. Say
yes.
less. Say less.
How are
She rocking
you?
her hair.
Good job. Good job you're doing.
I appreciate it, beloved. Thank you.
she probably appreciates your any help you can offer.
Nah, nah. I know. So your mom's here. Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
You
she
know what I'm
did say
saying?
before.
So obviously you were raised in this West African household in Nigeria. And somebody
Extended.
talking about Joe Love Rice. Y'all need to cut it
Yes,
out, man.
actually, my mom just made some bomb jollof rice
Oh
yesterday.
man, she
She
need to
made
put that at, she need to
some.
FedEx that to me. But hey,
Look,
say less.
come on to Dallas. We'll get
Ah,
jollof rice, some
yeah,
goat meat, fry some plantain. You'll be
yeah,
good.
yeah. So she got the mom there. So hey, fellas, y'all already know, like, she's got the family dynamic there. You know, hey, you wouldn't even talk no more. But anyway, so she was born and raised, in Lagos. You know what I'm saying? So she got the mom there. She knows how to cook. We already got that out the way. You know what I mean? So you you came here obviously 17, 18. So from the time let's because I know my previous guest didn't want to say how old she was. How
I'm
how old are you for the fellas that are wondering?
I am 39. I'm gonna be 40 this year.
Say less. Okay, okay, okay. So she'll be 40 this year. What has your dating experience been like here in the States since you got here?
So I have not. I've dated. I've had four boyfriends. Oh God. And
That's
it's
not a lot, but go ahead.
different. Yeah, it's different. It's different, but not that different. I didn't date in Nigeria, so I can't really compare experiences. I have
Hmm.
father and overprotective uncles and brothers.
I get
I did
it. Yeah.
not actually get a boyfriend until I was out of the house.
Right. Okay. So no boy. So you can't really compare. So in terms
So,
of in this, go ahead. I'm sorry.
but Nigerian men are like they're very extravagant and very like flashy, and they
Really?
take pride. Yeah, they take pride in being able to say, "Look at what I did for her." Look at how I took care of her. When I was in high school, even though I didn't have a boyfriend, we had Valentine's Day, and in high school, like it was a way for the guys to like measure themselves. And at the end of school on Valentine's Day, everybody will kind of pour out of the buildings and then come out, and you'll see in the parking lot, cars will just be lined up with open trunks, and the trunks
Mm,
filled with goodies like teddy bears, a bottle of wine, chocolate, handmade cards, stuff like that. So it wasn't really because they felt we were worthy of it. It was because they knew everybody would kind of talk about it the next day.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like a flex, honestly.
Yeah. Wow. So
But
here in this,
I've only had one Nigerian boyfriend.
so when
One.
that was that in high school or
No, that was actually here in Dallas.
okay, so you met a Nigerian brother here in Dallas. Okay. Was he
Yeah, he was
flashy?
alpha. I think he was your frat brother. You're an
I
alpha, right?
I have been going. I'm an underachiever. I'm just like a associate's degree type of brother. So I'm not in no frats or nothing like that. And
Okay.
I'm not into like gangs or groups. I appear listen, let me cup my hands for this one.
No,
I
he was.
appear courtesy of myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the whole gang and fraternity and all that stuff like that. I appear courtesy of myself. But anyway, what were you saying about the brother? Go ahead.
No, he was a really nice guy. No issues. Out of everybody I've dated, really only one of them ended up being a dirtbag. And honestly, I don't even blame him. I blame me because I
Hmm.
saw the red flags. But I just automatically assumed, oh, he's getting to know me. He knows that I'm different, that I'm not like that. But if you don't resolve your trauma, it's going to impact every relationship you have. He did have trauma from his previous girlfriend.
So he had trauma from the States.
Yes.
So
Okay.
he
One person who I'm talking about, he's American.
he's American. He's Nigerian though.
No, I didn't have any issues with the Nigerian. The
Okay,
Nigerian, he was good. Um,
got you.
The two boyfriends, I didn't have any issues with them as well. It was more of like a time and a place. I only had one who was not that good for me. But yeah.
So why didn't it work out? I'm just asking. I'm being
No, that's fine.
nosy, and I'm being on my nosy shit. Excuse me, pardon my French. Pardon my Spanish. Why didn't it work out with the Nigerian brother? What happened with that?
So he stated that it was his intention, with his parents still living over there, that as they get older, he wanted to move back and take care of them. And I knew that if I married him, that the expectation would be for us to go back. Now my
Yeah.
family is still there, and like half of my family is still there. But I kind of like living in America.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. So you wasn't on that type of time. His goal was to move back and take care of the fam.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not even that I don't like being home, because I love Nigeria. I love being Nigerian. We're just like a vibe. We're very funny people.
Facts.
But Nigeria is not very safe right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kidnapping. Like, I can't just decide, hey, Dad, I'm coming to visit you next week. He has to have time so that he can arrange for security, to make sure that I don't get kidnapped and held for ransom.
Yeah.
So it's just not very safe. And I came from that. One of the reasons my mom moved us over here was because of the lack of safety. Robberies were happening all around us, and you're hearing the people screaming for help, but like nobody has a gun. Aren't gonna do anything, so you just pretty much have to sit there and wait for your turn. So yeah, I was not trying to move back to go live there. I go visit, and that's it.
Nah, I dig it. Yeah. So that dissolved because of that. So and I'm pretty sure anybody watching that can understand your point of view on that. So for sure. So so you really can't compare, based off my question, you really can't compare the difference between Niger dudes and American dudes.
I mean, I can. I'm around them. I mean, Nigerian men are just, it depends. If you get one who's educated here, they're a little bit more modern. Like my father is very, very traditional. He doesn't like, last time I was home, I had on a romper, like, yeah, let's go to dinner, Dad. And he was like, well, are you going to put on some clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dressed. He was like, you can't come out with shorts and put a shirt on over your tank top. So he's very.
So my out of curiosities, because I don't know, like I said, I need to do that whole test about the African DNA thing. So is Lego split in terms of Christianity and Islam? How's it broken down?
Nigeria pretty much is half Christian, half Muslim.
Yeah.
And it tends to lead to a lot of conflicts. The Christians will go burn down a mosque. The Muslims come burn down and kill, Christians burn down the church. So there's always a little bit of strife between Christians and Muslims. It's always kind of been that way. I don't know, what is that Bruce Willis movie, Tears of the Sun?
Tears of the Sun, yeah.
Yeah, so that was about the Biafra War, which my mom actually lived through, and she had to run as well. So yeah, it's Africa. Somebody's always working or striving.
Gotcha. So, but you're from a Christian side of Lego.
Yeah, my father, he's actually a minister.
Okay.
So.
Understood. Yeah. So I don't know why. I just wanted to ask that just for clarification in terms of that. So we already got your age. We already hear your background on and your thoughts on, Nigerian men in terms of that. So what would you describe like at this point in your life? Because obviously you have, I'm not saying you been around the block because I hate to use that. But
Yeah.
you've had experience. You've experienced life. What are you looking for? And I'm pretty sure you know what you want. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
What are you looking for in a man at this point in your life? What would be the ideal man for you at this point? That for a man that's looking to shoot his shot at you or enter your life or basically woo you, court you, and things like that. What would be the ideal man?
Well, the first thing is he would have to be God led. And what I mean by
Be
that is
what?
God led.
God led. Okay.
Has to be accountable to a higher power, because I just believe, like, if you don't have anybody that you're accountable to, you're just, I don't know, you just, I feel like you're lost. And you know, having that accountability helps to guide your morals and your values. And so just having somebody, you don't have to be deeply religious in church every Sunday. I'm not, you know, I pray and I talk to God, and I really believe that it's about a personal relationship, not about doing it the way everybody wants you to do it. So that, you know, I would love for him to be generous and kind and smart and funny and affectionate. You know, I'm
Yeah.
like, I am, I'm a, I want to say I'm a girl because I'm a woman, but you know, I just, I want to be like your possession. Like,
Facts. There
you
you
know,
go.
you,
Yeah.
I'm your woman, you own me, you take care of me and
Go
treat
ahead, baby.
me,
Yeah.
treat your Jordans. And that also comes because I told you I was in the military when we had our
Yeah.
last conversation. So I like structure. So I like a man
Hmm.
that can come in and say, this is what we're doing. I don't want to argue. I don't want to make any decisions at home. I have to do that enough at work. I want to come home and just be like your little lady and sit there and be like, mm-hmm, okay,
Mm.
whatever you like, you know, that type of thing.
Hey.
You know, I want to
Hey.
care, and I don't know. It's just a different vibe. Like the way we're brought up, we are brought up to, you know, like I cook 5 nights a week, you know, because my mom lives next door. You know, I have my brother, so I have family all around
Yeah,
me.
I remember you saying something about that. Yeah, go ahead. Go
My
ahead.
brother,
Yeah.
he can't boil water. So, you know, I have to cook or else he won't get fed.
Mm.
And so it's something like a lot of my like American friends tend to laugh at that. Even my colleagues, because we'll go to dinner or go for happy hour. And before I leave, I'm like, no, I have to order something for my brother. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's a grown man. Can he take care of
Yeah.
himself?
Yeah.
And I'm like, for me, it's not the extra effort. You know, I cook. He's usually gaming and has his headphones on, so he won't be able to hear me if I call him. So I have to take his plate to him to make sure he, you know,
Mm.
for me, act of love. When you love people, you want to make sure that they're okay and that everybody is happy and fed before you then partake of whatever it is you've cooked.
Mm. So I mean, you felt I don't even got I really don't even want to say anything because this is a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? This woman is from the motherland. Like she's just telling you, like she's not she. I don't want to even say no wall. You know, in terms of that, this woman is like she's just telling you this is what it is. But before I go on, because we about to get deeper in this, like I'm gonna shout out to I want to shout out to unsolicited security boss. You know, I appreciate you, you know, on the $50 super chat. Always a pleasure. You guys make sure you subscribe to Unsolicited Security Boss. She has bomb content coming at you weekly. I think it's several times a week, if I'm not mistaken, several, you know, live streams. Make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. There you go, $50 super chat. You know, in terms of that, you know, great content creator. Hit her up. You know what I'm saying? But you're saying this is a breath of fresh air EVA. You know, if I said that right, you know what I'm saying? I know your mom, hopefully I made your mom's proud if she listening.
Yeah, she said
You know,
good show and then she left.
EVA. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so like I don't know. And I know a lot of guys probably like, well, why isn't she married, JR? What's going on, JR? Why, this woman seems too perfect, JR. Why is it
I,
she's gorgeous? She's
I,
gorgeous, all these things like that. She's educated, which we haven't even gotten into your education yet. But anyway, for the guys who are wondering, why aren't you married, EBA?
so that's entirely my fault. Um, when I first came here, it was really like my first taste of freedom.
Right.
I got here and it was like, you have the opportunity to build, chase that American dream,
Mm,
build something. And I decided I wanted to do it alone outside of my parental influence because Nigerian parents are very, very protective.
right. Yeah.
So, against their wishes, I joined the military, which kind of helps you get emancipated, which was, in hindsight, probably not the right thing to do
Mm.
because I ended up getting assaulted
Mm-hmm.
in the military. And that took me a couple of years, and it's something that I still deal with from time to time.
Understandably, absolutely, yeah.
So that happened, when I got out, I just wasn't in the right frame to be anybody's partner. And then, I went through my therapy, I've processed and dealt with my trauma because after a couple of years of being angry, you realize that, you start tracing it back, like, how did I get here? And then tracing it back, it all came down to that single decision, which was to join the military against the wishes of my parents. And so at
Mm.
the end of the day, I kind of had to look at it like the decision that I made had a reverberating effect, and that happened. So it took me a couple of years to get through that, to be able to get to a place where I could date. And then just when I got back out there and started dating, wham, I get hit with a brain cancer diagnosis.
Mm.
So that happened.
What's
That hit.
so to bring this in perspective, what's the time frame for that as far as age wise and think what
Oh,
year? Age,
so
age and year.
assault happened in 2008.
Okay.
I did not get out of the military until 2012.
Yeah, I remember me and you got it out the same
Yeah,
year. Yeah.
I had to wait for my ETS date to happen.
Yeah.
Out years over the hump and all of that, and then I came back home to kind of reestablish my life, and
Mm-hmm.
that was in kind of 2013 was when I came back to Dallas, and then 2017 was when I got my cancer diagnosis.
Mm. So you were about 35?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, about that.
34? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2017 you got the diagnosis. So
Hmm.
that kind of like you weren't obviously in that mode of dating or settling
Well,
down
I
in
was
terms of that.
dating somebody at the time,
Hmm.
and but it was new. And when I got the, you know, it's fun. Okay, so the way it happened for years, I'd had these headaches,
Mm.
very, very like painful, and they would come and they would go. And I mean, I was over here popping 1,600 milligrams every 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah. Right.
Initially thought it was a tumor. So the doctors were like, okay, we're just gonna monitor it and see how it goes. And then it looked like it was getting bigger. And then,
Mm.
your skull isn't going to expand, so we need
Nah.
to go in there and get it out. So I came in for the surgery, and when they opened my head up and took a biopsy, a little piece to biopsy, they realized that it was non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Mm.
And then not only was it non-Hodgkin's, this was the weird part. It was an extremely rare form that is only found in 2% of AIDS patients.
Sheesh.
So not people with HIV, people who have full-blown AIDS.
Full blown AIDS. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this crazy, like how she's not HIV positive, we don't know. It was this medical anomaly, like, oh, you've been walking around with cancer in your head for 2 years. Like, you were a time bomb. How didn't you die? I
Right.
still give all thanks to God. But, so yeah, 2017, I went through chemo. I lost all my hair. And that was another thing. I had this really like out to here big afro.
Yeah.
And I dyed it honey blonde, and everybody knew me as Carrot Top because of my hair. And then, I lost my hair, lost my brows, lost my eyelashes. And when the hair started coming back, I was just like, let's do something different.
So obviously you beat cancer.
Well,
Al-
actually, I will be in full remission in August.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
Eh,
Hey, big shouts out to you. Big shouts out to you. God willing.
Thank
You know what I'm
God.
saying? So that's basically been like
Yeah.
the I don't want to say the separator or the divider with relationships, because you said you were in a relationship when you got the diagnosis, correct?
Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
new, and I didn't want to take him through that.
Yeah.
I didn't know what kind of fight I was going to be staring at. I didn't know if I was going to make it at the time. And I just felt that was too heavy
Mm,
for somebody that you just met
mm.
through. And so, yeah, I decided to, break things off and let him go find his happiness elsewhere.
Got you. I can respect that. So
And that was my last boyfriend.
that was your last boy. Was this 2017? So in terms of dating, because before I move on to that question, so in terms of dating, what have you find? Or how have you seen dating, or what's your opinion on dating in Dallas?
So there's a lot of men here. A lot of guys don't really come out and hit the social scene.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, for the number of men that are really here,
Mm,
you tend to see the same people when you go out. I'm not big into. I haven't been to a club in over 10 years, so I couldn't tell you,
wow.
what that's like. I tend to be
Yeah.
like in arts. I like to go to the theater. I like the opera. I like ballet.
Very cultured. Very cultured. Go ahead, baby. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just I love, I just love creativity. I love to see
Mm.
people do things that they're passionate about. So, like this Saturday coming up, I'm going to the immersion show with Frida Kahlo, who was the Mexican artist, the one with the unibrow.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. That's this Saturday. And yes, I tend to take myself and go alone.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know
I
what I'm
don't have
saying? It
that.
takes a secure person to do that,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I don't have a
Because I'm one of those people. I don't give a F at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
problem.
Because it's me. I came here by myself. I'm gonna leave by myself. So why would I need to wait for somebody else to go with me somewhere? You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't. You put your head down on that, but at the end of the day, that takes some confidence to do that, and security in my estimation, at
Yeah,
least. But yeah.
I'm very, very like self-aware.
Hmm.
If anybody who's Nigerian or African or Caribbean Islanders, you all know what it's like growing up in those type of households. Nobody's holding their tongue. Nobody's telling you things nicely. Like it's like cut and dry. You messed up. Here's what you did, and you know, it's
Hmm.
made me very, very much aware of what my shortcomings are and what they aren't. So, like about 2, 3 years ago, when I knew that I really wanted to put in effort into finding my forever,
Mm.
um, I did not know what men wanted. Well, I thought I knew, like black women, we think we know, but I wanted to be sure. So I started reaching out to all the guys that I know. and just asking them, hey, what do you look for in a woman? What made you marry the woman that you're with? What are things that turn you off about women? And I started making changes based on the things I heard. Like, I know that men hate eyelashes. Hate them, hated it. So, that's something that I don't wear. I know a lot of men do not like weave. I happen to like hair extensions. So
Yeah, we
I,
had. I know everybody hasn't seen our previous when you came on the live
yeah,
before, but yeah, go ahead. You tried. You said you tried, but go ahead.
I
Yeah.
tried, so I tried to compromise and I don't do anything crazy or wild, like my nails or like natural. Well, also because of what I do for a living, I just have to be a little bit more conservative in my appearance. But yeah, I listened and I took the feedback. I didn't argue. I didn't say, but I took it and I just started building out a plan and working on the areas of myself that I needed to work on. That's how I came here today. In my 20s, I was toxic as crap.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah. So what I think I asked you this earlier though. So what would you consider your perfect guy? What would be your perfect right now where you're at right now in life? What would be your ideal mate?
Yeah.
Dating, husband, whatever. What will be the ideal guy for you right now?
So I'm 39
Mm-hmm.
and I tend to like an older man just because of the respect factor that's there when you have a little bit of an age gap. My
Okay.
father was older than my mom. So I would go up to 55, but it would have to be like a healthy 55, like we're taking walks in the neighborhood, we're going to work out. I don't need you to be the CrossFit king, you know, but, get your cardio in, get your heart healthy, make sure that you don't have any excess fat because I am not into fluffy sex.
Repeat that. Repeat that real quick. Repeat that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, take care of yourself. The better you take care of yourself, the longer you're going to be here. And just preference personally, this is nothing against, men who tend to carry
Hey,
fruit.
this we talking about you. We not talking about nobody else. Say what's on your
Okay.
mind. Go ahead.
Like, I can do like a bigger guy, like a husky guy, like a guy who has some thickness to him, but I cannot do morbidly obese
Yeah.
because that means I'm not going to go there.
He can't perform, but go ahead. Continue. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really have, let me not say I don't have a height preference. I am 5'9", so I will go as far down as 5'7". I have done that multiple times. Um, like I said, respectful, nice, have an appreciation for my culture, be open to it because at the end of the day, if we were to get married, while I don't want to have a wedding, I know traditional wedding is something that my parents are going to mandate. So we'll go to the justice of peace, but at some point we got to give them their traditional wedding, and that
Got it.
has a lot of our customs in it. So if you're open and you want to learn, like, it's perfect. We love sharing our culture with everybody, but he has to be open to that. Then I mentioned intelligent, funny, kind, generous. I would love to see how he treats the people who he perceives to be less than, how he treats
Yeah.
wait staff, how he treats, help. Because I want, you can tell a lot about a person by how they behave around people that they feel are less than them. Kindness is just really my biggest thing. Loyalty, respect, God-fearing, family oriented, passionate about our family and, building his legacy that I would love to support. But yeah, I don't really have like a look.
You don't have a look.
I don't have a look because looks they fade, they change over time, you know. And at the end of the day, like, that's not what's going to keep us together.
Mm.
So as long as I'm attracted to him, and it's weird because I have dated what some people would consider unattractive men, but to me they were attractive because it was something about them. Like, I had an ex. He was also in the military.
Mm-hmm.
He was in the special forces. He was a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
I just loved to ask him about his training, his experiences, his weapon, you know, just teach me something new. Take me
Mm.
hiking. Let's go fishing. I want to go glamping, stuff like that. I'm into experiences at this point in my life.
Mm.
Money, cold comfort at the end of the day.
Money what?
Money is cold comfort. It's not going to hold you at night. When you're sick in the hospital, yeah, you can afford to pay for your treatment, but the person who's there feeding you, helping to wipe your butt, bring you magazines, that's what I want.
Mm. I mean, they hate when I say no brainer, but this is like a no brainer. You know what I'm saying? This is like a no brainer. So, what are some deal breakers? Now that you mentioned this guy, you're not really picky. What are some deal breakers as far as a man?
So my biggest like deal breaker is yelling. I don't like yelling. I feel that, if we're adults, I respect you. You have some kind of affection and respect. You hold me in high esteem. You can talk to me and we can debate, go back and forth. If, when you're my man, I'm only going to play devil's advocate so far because I don't want to seem argumentative. I will state my opinion, and then whatever you choose to do with it, I will let you do it with the understanding that you are now responsible for that decision that you made. So if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, I'm not going to feel that speed bump. You're going to protect me from that because you made the decision. So just
Mm.
account overall.
Accountability.
Yeah, yelling. I don't like a man who, I mentioned the fluffy thing. I won't I won't go more into that. A man who's lazy and
Mm.
has a mission. Um, a man who is not like intelligent or like well read. Like, I don't care if you've been formally educated,
Mm.
but I do care that, you educate your mind, you know, and learn about the world at large, and different races and cultures. And, when I went to school in Nigeria, you had to learn every country in the world, what the capital of the country was, who the president was, so there's all this little useless, maybe not useless
Yeah.
information. And,
It's useless. Yeah.
yeah, let me sit at your knee and, you're just telling me about something and I'm just listening like, tell me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And not a lot of deal breakers. Just, I would not date a man who was atheist. That would be a deal breaker for me, just because you have to believe in something.
Yes.
I don't care if you're a Muslim. I actually have a lot of respect for Muslims, and a lot of respect for the religion. It's very, very disciplined, very good principles. Um, it just be open.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Okay. She's a Leo. She's very ferocious. You know what I'm saying?
A
Uh-huh.
zest for
Say that again. I'm sorry.
passionate and a zest for life.
Passionate and a zest for life. Woke therapist. There you go. She's not a Venus. She's a Leo. She's passionate and she's got a zest for life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So for the gentleman who's lucky enough to have you in his life, basically where you accept his courtship, what can he expect from you?
He can expect like I said, I love feedback. It's part of what has led to the success of my career. I will come to you and say, babe, how are we doing? Give me feedback. If there's something that's not working, tell me so I can work on it. But you know, I want to be a good girlfriend. I want to be everything that you want me to be. And if I step out of the boundaries that you set, go ahead. I'm with domestic discipline. I have no problem with that. Um, but yeah, I'm a very good girlfriend. I give good gifts. I plan great dates. I like to make people, if I'm dating you, I want you to be happy. So I'm always constantly thinking of the little things that I can do to blow your mind.
She
I
said, "Blow your mind, fellas." Go ahead, go ahead. Let me
I
not stop you. I'm
I
not stopping you.
do organize very good dates. I did do one which was like a balloon ride at sunset. That was in Phoenix. I
Mm,
did a bed and breakfast in Milan for my
mm,
ex. Um, my other ex who like rode bikes. He was in a bike club for his
yeah.
birthday. When we were in Germany, I took him to a bike shop and we got him like an all white leather riding jacket. And then he got like the helmet where you push the button on the side and the whole face comes up. So yeah, like I love to, whoever I'm with, just like I want you to spoil me, I'm constantly going to be trying to spoil you as well. My whole thing is if you think of me the way I think of you, we'll be fine because we're always going to be looking to take care of each other. It's
There
not
you
just
go.
one sided, give me, give me, give me, you know,
There
it's
you
just,
go. It's like EVA. You're like, I don't even want to say you laid it on thick. You just putting it out. Like she's like, fellas, what do we do? Like let's just do this real quick while you guys are sitting here contemplating. The link is, and I know you guys are gonna probably be swarming her social media, but the link is pinned in the chat if you guys want to shoot your shot as well.
yeah,
Um,
I'm not on
she,
Instagram. I'm not on Twitter. I am on Facebook. However, I do not allow more than 300 people on my page. I like to keep my footprint small, but you can message me.
yeah, the 300 is the cutoff, huh?
Yeah, I just don't see the point of having a whole bunch of people having a front row seat to my life. Like, why? What did you do to this? No.
Said, what do they do?
I mean, what did you? So, like, I believe that the devil operates on information. He doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
the gift of foresight. So, the more that you put out on social media, the more, everybody who's your friend or on your friends list everybody doesn't care about you. Everybody doesn't like you. Everybody doesn't wish you well. So when you're
Correct.
opening different facets of your life to all of these people, there are people who are wishing and hoping for your downfall and your failure. And me, I don't need that kind of energy in my life. I don't allow it in my home. I don't allow it in my space. So that's why I keep my social media footprint very small.
I can respect that, and I'm pretty sure any man out there is gonna respect that as well. So we're gonna do, if you don't mind, EVA, we're gonna do a quick intermission. I know I got a few more questions for you
Not a
here.
problem.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and let me. Can you hear this? Let me know if you hear this.
Yeah,
Can you hear
I,
that?
yeah,
You can.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna play some music here real quick. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. You guys go ahead and grab your nightcaps. This beautiful lady here is just preaching the gospel, for lack of better terms, like on femininity, beauty, submission, family, and all these great things. I'm gonna take a little quick a quick break, quick intermission. You guys hit that like button. For those of you guys who are hesitating and you are afraid, go ahead and click the link that's pinned in the chat if you want to shoot your shot. If not, like I said, I know you guys gonna hit her up on the flip side. But we're gonna take this quick intermission. We're gonna play some music real quick. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna take a little break and we're gonna get back to it and ask Miss EVA, the Nigerian queen, because I'm simping right now. Because we can't say queen in this space, but not the Niger queen. We're gonna go ahead and ask her a few questions here when we return. But you guys enjoy the music, and I'll be back shortly, guys. So everybody, sorry I kept you guys so long. I'm trying to get Good Buddy to give me permission to use that song, man. I'm really feeling that song, man. If those of you who don't know, if you just trying to check it out, his name is Emmett Dupree.
JR, you're coming in a little low.
How about now? Can you guys hear me? How about now?
I can hear you.
Let me play it. All right, can you hear me better now?
Hold on one second.
How's my audio, guys? Can you guys hear me?
Okay. Then.
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me, EVA?
I can hear you faintly. You're coming in very low.
Okay, let me come in close. Everybody in the chat said they can hear me, so you know. But yeah, just shout out. Hopefully, can you hear me clear? So when I ask you
Yeah,
these questions,
I can.
okay. Yeah, so that was Emmett Dupree. Hours make hours. If you guys are curious about that song, I'm trying to, make that my little theme song for this show here. So you guys, if you want to check it out, I'm feeling that joint. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we talked about those things. What welcome. Uh, I'm saying welcome back, like you've been gone. You know what I'm saying? But we're back on this or whatever. So you already told us what a guy can expect from you. So I think you mentioned this before, but in terms of a guy with kids, is that a deal breaker
No,
or no? Okay.
not at
I'll
all.
just
I love
yeah.
kids.
You love kids? Okay. And I'll just leave it at that because I don't want to. Um what are your thoughts? And I think I kind of got the answer on that. What are your thoughts on submission?
So, considering that I am the S in BDSM, clearly I don't have a problem
Wow.
with submission. I believe that submission is a gift and it's something that you gift to somebody worthy.
Hmm.
It tells a man, I trust you. I trust you with my safety and my well being. And I'm willing to do whatever you say we need to do because I trust in your leadership. So, oftentimes people give the word submission like a dirty connotation. Oh, the
Facts.
before me mentioned they think servitude or slavery. And,
Mm,
you know, guys, there's really nothing wrong with being a servant. Like, if you
mm,
even go look in the Bible, you know, there was a passage in there where the disciples were talking about, you know, they were arguing amongst themselves about who was the greatest amongst all of them. And, you know, when Jesus kind of asked them what they were talking about and they told him, he was like, you know, instead of talking about who's the greatest, first go out and serve my people, and then you'll understand, you know, about greatness. And basically, you know, it just means there's nothing wrong with serving. You know, there's honor in serving. That's why when people join the military, we thank them for their service, because we recognize instinctively that they're doing something very good.
yes.
So I am all about submission, especially in my home. I want him to be the clear head, and, you know, whatever he says goes.
Mm,
I don't have time to be arguing. I'm old.
nah.
I just want to relax, and, you know, let's just be chill. Let's have a
Fact.
good time. Let's laugh. You know, let's travel together. You know, let's experience life for however long we have left on this earth.
Fact. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, this is hey, y'all better quit playing, man. Like hey, let me move on to the next because we don't want to sit too much on that. So that's your thoughts on submission. I know that's like very pleasing. That's like ear candy to the masses of men out here. So what's your thoughts on intimacy in a relationship or marriage?
So for me, intimacy is as simple as, can we just sit here and be, with no distractions, not having to constantly be doing something at all times. Like, when we talk, can we look each other in the eyes?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, we've gotten into this culture, like, you know, when we dance, very rarely does a guy come up to you to dance and he comes from the front. You know, a lot of times people come from the back. So a lot of people just have grown and they have that issue with, ooh, like, he's right there in my face, you know. Um, Intimacy is important for a couple,
mm,
even if you're not having sex. It's important for you to maintain that closeness and be on the same wavelength. And that comes when you're in tune with yourself and your partner and their emotions.
mm. Very well said. It's more than sex. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
That's the part when you know somebody's down for you because
Look,
anybody, yeah.
there will be times when you're not going to be able to have sex, whether it's a health issue or stress, or you're just super busy and super tired. You know, if I can't have sex with you, are you going to go out there and run around on me? Can I
Mm,
trust you to be faithful? Like, you should even be thinking about that as a man. You know, if
mm,
you have any issues, am I going to be out there messing with Pookie and Ray Ray behind your back? You know, am I a trustworthy woman?
mm,
You should definitely think about that, you know, as a man.
mm,
I have brothers. I don't have any sisters. I have two brothers. And
mm.
I put myself in their shoes. What would I want for my brother? That's the type of woman I want to be.
What I want for my brothers, what I want for myself. That's the logic, or that's the hadith of Rasulullah. Um, so that's your thoughts on intimacy. So you're located in Dallas. So should the right guy tickle your fancy, for lack of a better term, are you willing to relocate?
So, no. Like I said, my mom lives next door. My brother is next door.
Okay.
My older brother is getting ready to move his family up here.
Damn.
They're going to build in my subdivision. So we're all going to be in the same neighborhood, have that family. Look, Nigerians, we believe in the extended families. So
Yeah.
it's going to be like cousins, uncles, aunts, everybody growing up with you. Like even with my brother's house next door, like we took down the fence between us and we just have things kind of like a family compound.
Okay.
So with my roots being here, I'm not so willing to move away from family.
Gotcha. So good buddy would have to move in with you.
I'm okay with that. I have more
You
than enough room.
you cool with that? Okay. You cool
Yeah.
with a man moving
When
in
you
with
get
you?
married, it's not about, which is why another reason why I've always been very careful. I didn't get married when I was in the military for a specific reason. Like, I have to be able to trust you. You have to be able to trust me. And so my whole idea is I get married, what is mine now becomes yours. You now have access to it. So, if I argued with this about a friend of mine, and he was like, a man should never move into a woman's house because at some point she's going to throw it in his face.
Yeah.
She's only going to do that if she's that kind of woman. You know what I'm saying? And I can't see myself doing it because I would just think, well, what if it were me and he threw it in my face? I wouldn't feel great about that. So I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want it done to me. So if he wanted to move in, come on, we'll go put your name on the deed. If you have a house, come on, we can put that, for rent. Make some money while we're at it,
Wow. Hey, I'm just letting you talk. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just letting you talk. So income wise, does he need to be at a certain, threshold as far as income?
No, because hold on, let me think about this.
Yeah, think about it.
Do I have an income? No, I don't have an income mandate because to me, it just depends on what else the man comes with. So you could be a teacher making 40,000. You know what I'm saying? You're very good with kids. You're generous. You're kind. You make me laugh. We have a good time together. We're in love with each other. I don't care about what you make because I'm gonna say between the both of us, trust me, we're fine.
You good? Yeah. So he could make less than 40,000. You good?
Trust me. Even if he did, we are fine.
Okay. Hey, fellas. So if you make it less than 40K, you good? Hey,
But
say
look,
less.
it's not just you're making less than 40K. Are you responsible? Are you managing that 40K that you're making? Are you paying your bills on time? You know what I'm saying? Are you putting away your little $50, your little $25 here and there? Are you trying to be a responsible steward of what God has given you? And if you're not responsible with 40,000, then you're not going to be responsible with my XXX.
Steward, I like that term.
Plus, you could get fired. You could lose your job. The economy that could go. Who would have thought COVID was going to happen? So if I'm with you because of your money or what you could provide, and that went away, where would that leave us? There would be no reason for me to stay. Financial, anything that can change should not be a deal breaker, except weight. I'm throwing that in there.
Yeah. You don't need that in your life right there. So I mean, EVA, we covered it all, man. Like I don't think there's anything else you need to say other than like, I know you briefly talked about it earlier, but for the fellas that are interested, whether it be Dallas area, worldwide, how can they get in contact with you? What's the best way? I know your footprint, like you said, your footprint is small in terms of that. What's the best way for them to get in contact with you?
So I am on Facebook. My name on Facebook is Ivy, Ivie, Lane, Lane, Moreau, Moreau, Ivy Lane Moreau. So find me on Facebook, send me a message, and Yeah, let's talk.
Okay, so that's it. Just so
I'm
y'all hit her
okay.
up on
So I
Facebook.
am
So that's the
not
only way.
looking. I'm not looking for just a good time or somebody who isn't looking to, eventually settle down. I'm not looking to get
Mm,
married next week, but that has to be something that you want and that you're actively working towards because I don't want to
right,
waste your time and I don't want you to waste mine.
right. So fellas, don't y'all heard all this shit. This woman is basically like y'all heard what all she said, and I'm pretty sure without her even saying that, y'all gathered that from her that she's not on that type of time. So if you're not serious, do not contact her on the book. Don't waste your time. Time is of the essence. Like it is what it is. This woman is about her business. She's about meaningful connections in terms of that. So if you're not on that type of time, you're trying to play games, you trying to smash and dash, or you trying to go with all that. Don't even waste your time. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of you guys, you're really gonna be serious about it, and you're gonna be intentional with these things. So y'all hit her up. All the information will be in the description on the restream as well for you guys to contact her. So, with that being said, EVA, is there anything else that you wanted to close with before we finish
Yeah.
this?
I just want to say, JR, thank you so much for having me on your show for the second time.
Man.
Um, I was super nervous, as you know. I'm like sweating my butt off because I was
Oh man,
very nervous in the beginning. And you've always, you've been nice to me both times that I've been on your show. So I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
no worries. I'm easy like Sunday morning and shoplifting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate you coming on. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure your Facebook, is for those of you who have Facebook. If not, I know you guys are going to create a Facebook. Make sure you wave at her because maybe some of those messages may go to spam. In terms of that, make sure you send a
I'll make
wave.
sure I check my spam box.
So she'll be checking that. You guys, like it's a no brainer. You got a woman here from the motherland that's feminine. She's got no kids. She loves kids though. She's a professional woman. She's educated. We didn't even talk about your education, but we left that out on purpose because it doesn't even matter to you guys. But this woman, she could take care of herself. She's got her own place. She's very family oriented, feminine. She's fit. She's 5'9". Like, I mean, I understand you short guys may be hesitant. She's willing to go 2 inches down in terms of height. Height. All right. She's willing to go, she's she's willing to go to it. If you're a shorter guy, if you're 5'7", you're good to go. So I mean, this she's from the motherland. She's from Nigeria. You saw Mom Dukes was in the spot. She can cook. Hey, I don't know, man. Hey, y'all know what time it is. But yeah, it's been a pleasure, EVA.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you coming in and supporting as well. I'm pretty sure it's the Facebook. You caused a lot of guys to join Facebook tonight. You could have it, so it's gonna be lit. With that being said, because I'm reading the comments and stuff like that, you guys make sure y'all only if you're intentional, and you're looking for something serious. Don't be playing games because we're beyond that. This show is not for people that's playing games. This is for people who are serious and intentional about making something happen. So y'all got the information, man. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you being on EVA and supporting and
Thank you.
you know giving us another breath of fresh air on this
Thank you.
channel as well. So I want to say good night, and in some way, shape, or form, I hope to have you on the channel, here soon.
Awesome.
To get your input, God willing.
I will keep you updated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, right? Yeah. I always hear it. I always hear the feedback. You know what I mean? So you have a good night. Tell Mom Dukes I said good night as well. You know what I'm
Will do.
saying? And y'all down on the finest cuisines tonight, and I need to be getting myself something myself. So
I
You
got
know,
you on the jollof rice anytime you
hey,
come to Dallas.
hey, say less. You know what I mean? All right. All
All
right.
right.
Peace. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye. So, fellas, I mean, there you have it, guys. Like, fellas and ladies, we had some incredible folks on tonight, from Victoria to Calvin to EVA. Ladies, shoot your shot, fellas, shoot your shot. This has been a good night, all in all. I'm gonna link all the information. If it's not linked by the time you guys watch this, just replay the video, and that way you get everybody's information. And you never know, this may be your next wife, your next husband, your next best experience, your next life partner, your next life-changing experience. You never know. So don't be scared. Don't contact me. And I'm gonna say this to you guys, because a lot of you guys will contact me. JR, can you hook us up? JR, I'm scared. JR, can you do this? JR, yo, their information is there. This is an invitation. It's not like you're like cold approaching. They're telling you it's okay to shoot your shot. So shoot your shot. This isn't like something like, oh my god, da da da. Like, what are you losing? You're here watching me. It's like almost it'll be midnight in an hour. Well, on the East Coast, it's late in the evening. What are you losing? You're not losing anything, man. Put the pride aside. You know, this could be an incredible experience for you, but watch it yourself. So anyway, I'm gonna jump into my spill right now, and promote my promote my products at this point, since you guys are still on. Like, let's run it down. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. Hit me up on Callie and Linktree if you're trying to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Ladies, if you're looking for some advice from a man's perspective, make sure you hit me up. All the links are in the description. Fellas, if you're looking for some advice from your Uncle Wisdom, make sure you do that as well. Same thing. Subscribe to this channel. Make sure you guys hit all notifications, because I'm hearing a lot of you aren't getting notified of when I post a video, go live, things like that. So hit all notifications, guys. It's too easy. Subscribe to my backup channel. Subscribe if you're interested in building your credit, buying a car, buying a house, things like that. And you don't know where to start. Make sure you guys do that as well. The Hustler's Apprentice channel. The link is below. Make sure you guys do that as well. And if you're interested in being a guest on, the Cuffing Reason show tonight, make sure you guys DM me on Instagram or email me at jrwisdomunlimited@gmail.com. The links are in the description. If you're looking for love, you may find your next ex-husband, ex-wife. Let me quit playing, man. You may find the love of your life. Let's just keep it at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's be positive. You never know. Why cheat yourself out of a good experience? She's worth it, my G. Um, yeah, don't cheat yourself out of a good experience, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all there for you, you know. So with that being said, man, make sure you guys also purchase my books and merch. If you didn't know, you get up on my ish right now. All right, there we go. If you guys didn't know, I'm a realtor and I'm also a financial advisor, right? So I've published several guides and books on how to build your credit, as well as, you know, fixing your credit. So if you're interested in that, make sure you guys hit the website up to purchase those guides immediately. That way you can start working on your own stuff. Even if you're trying to, if you're trying to start your own credit repair company, you can start that like tonight by purchasing that guide. The link is in the description, man. And hit up, Teespring. I'm putting out new designs weekly, guys. Like, it's all there for you. No, don't shoot your shots. I'm putting out new designs weekly, guys. So pick yourself up a t-shirt, hoodie, whatever. It helps to support the channel. And also, guys, I've caved in. I now have memberships available. If you guys are interested in that unscripted, like uncensored content, make sure you guys become a member today. I'm starting to put out more content on that side of things. How to build your channel up. Basically, things that I can't normally put on this channel, I'll have on there, as well as Patreon. So consider becoming a member today. Help support the channel as well. So with that being said, man, you know, much love, as V for Vesna said. Much love to you. Peace be upon you all. The mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I want to give a special shout out to everyone who gave a super chat tonight. That's from Chip to V, Victoria. We got Chip that gave a super chat. Victoria gave a super chat. And Unsolicited Security Boss gave a super chat tonight. So if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. But that's all I can recall as of now. Shout out to you who gave a super chat. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep things moving. Y'all keep me honest and things like that. And once again, this is going to be the greatest dating show on the internet, not just YouTube. So tell your friends about me, you know, and let's build this thing up, man. So with that being said, it's been a pleasure. I will catch you guys next Monday. I'm hearing a lot of you guys want me to come on multiple times a week. So I'm going to start on Thursday doing the chicken wing and communion. I need to just go ahead and start doing it. You know what I mean? With the chicken wing and communion, to bring it up to speed with current events, frequently asked questions and things like that. So y'all be on the lookout for that. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Peace be upon you all, the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And listen, man, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. With that being said, guys, I am out.